Okay. Just point the mic up a bit more, Tima.
If voice yami powerful kangaka. Mele still ngiyipoint ibe manje wayiphomisa ivoice yakho.
Siyabonga.
Why don't you get a mic? Sizzle.
So in the last thing they were saying that you need to get a mic.
Yeah, I saw the comments.
I have a mic.
Okay.
Oh, you have a mic?
No problem.
Oh, so you also read the comments.
No, but I need for a fifth voice for me.
But they still wanted your voice. People still wanted your voice.
Hi, Shielani. And beam and beam. Sis.
Copyright infringement.
Copyright.
I once sang Brian McKnight on a YouTube video.
How was it?
The video got taken down.
No.
Ukhombisa vethi voice yami mfethu.
Ukuthi oh yeah. Destroy. Ukuthi Brian McKnight bathi nangu nomuntu ayibulala ingoma yethu.
Uhlekani?
Or voice awetha wena. Or voice awetha wena.
Sizuhlekani?
Shothi uYouTube katanga kwazi ukudivare.
Ayikwazi ukuthi akusele.
Brian McKnight from.
Why did you upload Brian McKnight? Upload.
Brian McKnight mfana. I know it's someone team.
My voice used to be good, man. Sengawa.
Is it?
Mina unlike labo gogo mina.
Usuwa njengamabele.
I'm not in denial.
Njengamabele.
No, Penson was saying that on TikTok this week, I'm at 2K, I'm at 2000 were trolling. I'm at 1000. These women that are our generation of women that are older.
Yeah.
And they struggling to age. You take say usu mama, like let it go.
It's clear. Oh, metric dance fedile. Woma 20 something years back. It's clear.
This is why I'm saying Guti, like they better and they must get over it.
Yeah, but it's hectic, man. That's not nice.
You must adjust. You must. Yeah, but if there's one thing I know in life, or one thing I'm prepping for, it's to adjust. One of the things I'm trying to track on social media is my content somewhat relevant to my age? Because going on TikTok and trying to speak as if I'm 19.
It's not relevant to your age sometimes, no?
Sometimes.
Yeah, but most of the time.
Look, I think my content is older brother.
Is it? No. Yeah, no.
No problem. We're live.
Yeah, we're live.
Jeez, Sizzle, do I have a camera so I can say what up to the peeps? What up? And then when Utebza comes back, you guys must explain why we're live.
Yeah, no.
Live is such a dangerous...
It's such a dangerous thing. But I think also just taking the people back, man.
Utebza, try pen and pen fast. The spam. It's weird. Nothing at all. Please explain to the people why we're live today.
So last week, after filming, did you guys do the...
No, why would we do that? That's stupid.
Pirates.
You want to?
There's people watching here. Pen and pen, fast. Penalism tea. I've actually got them in the car. Can I go out and fetch?
Yeah.
But not on camera.
Okay, no, it's fine.
I'll go fetch during the recording, it's fine. I actually brought 3 teas and I wanted to like teach Spoon more fire, slip in free marketing.
Oh, okay.
If you guys would like one of these t-shirts, please hit me up on Sorry, you were still explaining why you guys decided to go
last week when we were filming. I think you had left. Last week we very fast, innit? What app was it? Yeah, Sia. Yeah, Sia's episode. I think you left early.
Okay.
Yeah, very early. And then he was touched that someone else went live on another podcast. He was like, that person can't beat us.
His friend.
Oh, your friend went live and he says he can't beat us. And I made a phone call immediately. That's why we're live.
Jeez, who's that?
No. You can't mention the person.
Why not?
He was like, that person, what type of human being goes live and we can't go?
Okay, you didn't say like that.
We say that person, why they can go live.
Because I'm like, what's stopping us? Like, there's things that we'd like to do with the platforms that we have, whether it's traveling, whether it's doing live episodes in the sense of my workshop, whatever the case may be, why can't we do a live where people can interact at the same time?
Yeah.
Much like Uputilo Zulu, you know, just little where we all feel.
So we're not here to like have chats. We're actually just going to be interacting with people.
We're here to have chats, but then as people also comment, we're happy to engage so that they are the person in the room.
Okay. So why don't we just say we're engaging them? They've got a lot of things to say.
No one
We
has
can
asked the
speak to all of
question.
them.
We can go.
Let's take a step back. Okay, so let's go back to the actual origin of AMAGENTS. Ne?
Okay.
So I'd come here to visit when you guys are recording the panel show, and before you guys record, you guys always have lunch or snacks or whatever the case is in this kitchen. And I've always said, and you guys have also said, the conversations that happen here off camera are fire.
Yeah.
You know,
Sure.
because there it tends to be a more formalized interview space. Here it tends to be very much social. Anything goes when it comes to hoes. So the conversation. So the conversation was, how can we create a space where Amachita can just be Amachita, where it's not tailored.
Please put your phone on silent. We're recording. Thank you.
No, it's not my phone. Mina iPhone I call kanjani. So
Amara wa bua ka new. Wa sa re kopa o tlise volume.
You can't be arrogant when you're wrong. Put your phone on silent.
Yeah,
We're
mara
recording.
bua hantle.
Don't come with undertones. Put it on silent. Serious,
Serious ntana.
So I was driving in Parktown outside Wits Education Campus, and as I get to Emma
That's
Robotini,
why my tiny red. Amara wa mshaba ya phule.
let me just finish before he tells us about how
don't
you
finish, Bethu. Ngisho ngafa namhlanje.
The
The number of bullets I fucking heard.
Same space. It's a safe
So I posted on Twitter, and then I think 2-3 hours later, Yusuf Abramji, who does Crime Watch, posted. It was a shootout between the police, private security, and suspects of cash and transit.
Okay.
3 gents were killed dead.
Majida
To try and explain just how many bullets I was hearing at the traffic light, and cars started turning around. It was a lot of bullets. Yeah, obviously, I can hear gunshots. Ba, ba, ba. When you hear ba, 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 and it's just 50 meters behind me.
So
you
where
know
was
what?
it happening? Kumra or Kopil? Where
I
were you?
drove, so I was coming from Hillbrow side. If it's Education Campus, you're looking at it in front of you. You turn left onto St. Andrews towards NJ and KPMG.
Yeah, go on.
So if you turn right this way, you go towards St. John's, Rodin, Charlotte Maxege. Mina this way, Nelson Mandela Children's Hospital side.
Sure.
Mangfiagle robot. Ngizwa nje pa 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 pa. And I'm like, is there something happening with the car? I turned back, ngibona commotion fit, and the gunshots just kept going. I knew I was gonna hear something in the news. 3 guys killed, dead in a shootout between
So
police,
Ulile
private
Majida
security.
catch and transit.
The suspects.
Oh.
Yeah.
So wena
Mina,
ushabule slides at
I was on my way. I just carried on with my trip.
That's all
Why
traumatizing.
Mina mfethu mina-
about John Wick?
Ngibo John Wick.
Yeah, when you are a hero.
No, I'm not a hero.
Baru phendwe lofunda ne Hillbrow.
Coming from Hillbrow side, Constitution Hill is also there for people that may not know.
Okay.
Constitution Hill is there where they set the laws.
Okay.
You guys, there's art galleries. Hillbrow is close to the Joburg CBD. There's
What a
art
cultured
galleries. Come on.
Okay.
Driving, wherever.
Okay.
I apologize for interrupting you.
Sorry. So the whole aim of AMAGENTS as a podcast, that you guys can just understand, it's just a space where we can be us. You know, there's no real topics, there's no real direction. It is amachita, like Tlelekonin, there's no camera. We try as best as we can to be as authentic as we can, understanding what's obviously within reason. So it was just that. You know, now when we're doing a live, it feels like we are including more of our brothers and our sisters onto the platform where we can chat. So even the interaction is going to happen organically throughout. Not that it's going to now purely be focused on the questions type of thing, like a Q&A. Rather, we're going to carry on what we want to talk about. And then if someone picks up something that they want to touch on or talk about, then we can also do that.
It would be nice to do a Q&A, just a live Q&A for all the people that normally watch us. Shout out to Nhlanhla Zulu again, who always tells us that when he's catching the train in Cape Town on Friday morning, he listens and he watches. Just to be like, we want to engage you guys, we want to chat. What are the topics? I know they've sent a lot in the comments. And then we just engage one at a time. Penson, why the nails, which they always ask, you engage quickly. Debza, why are you always wearing a cap? Always ask, you know what I mean? So,
she go to Nempandla Tebs.
So I was just saying that.
But
okay. Thank you. We're not supposed to be reading these comments because I'm looking at them now.
I'm not. I'm actually looking to give a shout out to.
Yeah, and I'm just commenting. People are speaking about the
there's a gent that I met yesterday, Sizwe Machole, at a bottle store, Expose, and we had the best conversation. But we had an amazing conversation. Like we stood there for like 10 minutes. You know, just chopping it up, just chatting about the gents, and he's talking. And this is a family man, he's a husband, and the conversations that we were having. And I was like, bro, this is literally what we're trying to do with the gents. You know, so just shout out, Babmachola.
Mansia. What's the guy's name?
Sizwe.
Machola, please may you give a shout out to the production crew that's here, because Sizwe not alone today.
Yeah, Zule like to a high Sizwe, the only one that matters. Fundin. Fundin.
We've got X here.
Eh?
He's doing the live.
He goes by X.
X, we're not about to man. What's your street cred, Jack? Street what?
It's X, man, just X.
Okay.
You happy with X?
Yes.
Are you a married man?
I'm not a married man.
You might be available, Fit.
I'm not available. Also.
Not available.
Guys, X
no
is
problem.
not
So it's
available.
X.
Kimo Christ there. Anana against our lesson to Gilly Veggie. X Gilly Veggie. Keep pure Christian. Keep pure. Kimo Christ.
You're a Christian, X?
I'm a Christian, yes, I'm a Christian.
Jeez, thank you for joining us, brother.
Yeah.
I hope your holy anointing of today's episode
I really
will be
hope people don't
in
swear
tune.
like Marete.
Like what?
Like Marete.
That's your favorite.
You are disgusting. You are such a disgusting
What is
person.
it doing on the cam and on the sound there?
Tiola, hi Sizwe Dube, the only one there that matters. Kiss emoji. Akula. No, Nsila, no fetho manje usothi ngimqobela manga nakula. Hi Sizwe Dube, the only one that matters.
Who said it? No, just read who sent it. It's here on the live.
Lindy K.
Lindy K.
Oh, do what's my infant?
So did you kiss emoji?
Ah, thank you.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Lindy.
Send a bit of love to Lindy K.
Yeah, we send a love. Come on.
Shout out to Lindy K.
Dope.
Hey, blow a little kissy.
Shabang. Hey, Majita, tu kama tani nsaeza.
Oh my gosh.
I also wanted to give a shout out to Ike Khumalo, man. I don't know how it's going to work and what your vision is for Ike, but people are starting to associate him with AMAGENTS. And the clips that are trending everywhere, a lot of them have to do with Ike.
No.
What's no?
No. Yes.
Hi.
But anyway, shout out to Ike for giving AMAGENTS a boost of sorts.
Ike is our older brother.
He's your older brother?
Yeah, he's my older brother.
Not mine.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, as a guest here too.
I love Ike to bits. To absolute bits.
Pause.
No, I said older brother, unless some. But here is nama guest here. And Putum Dala, we guest. And some inviter, open invite as a guest.
Anytime.
Yeah,
Anytime.
Not anytime.
Does he know this?
No. Take it back. Sorry.
No, you're not anytime.
Ike is a
Don't call us. We'll call you.
Ike is a person I respect, I love and appreciate. Nah? Full stop.
Okay.
I'm scared of sitting with Ike, to be honest.
Why?
I'm just trying to calculate in my head what that
Guys,
really
please
means.
taste this. The salami steaks.
I don't want to taste. I don't like salami.
Please taste the salami steaks. Okay.
No, I'm writing a salami. I
Watching
just
from
built
the
on and
van.
Triforce. I'm just trying to monitor how he moves. And it's something I've said to him as well, to just watch how he moves. As much as, yes, he's a lawyer, he understands the law. And Samachita asked, Mele, you watch how you move, because one wrong word, you get sued. One wrong word, you get cancelled. Already today, I said,
you get hurt.
Hey, let's not take it that far. I sent him a video today. Some lady was agreeing with him on Facebook. Very pretty lady. I just don't remember what her name is. Queen something. And she was like, well, Ike, I fully agree with him. I know they're going to cancel him. But yes, each generation he push up Febe. He promote Febe. So I sent the link to Ike. He's like, hey, my brother, I don't have Facebook anymore. I always have my account suspended. Yeah, well, those things. Those things are avoidable. Those things are avoidable. So I don't want to catch strays. I said this about Sol Penduga. Next thing, you're catching strays by association where they can be avoided. I mean, I'm not scared of cancel culture, but I remember someone is greeting. How we do melo?
You cute.
Excellent, Q.
Oluzitha man.
Excellent.
That's why some moon Kislen.
We had to nice to see you, Q.
Okay, ubona.
Kislen. That's why some.
He lost weight last time I'd seen him. Shout out to him.
I go to try it. So no one. Yeah, no ring at the eye.
I'm not scared of cancel culture, but the reality is these platforms are not ours. They don't belong to us, number one. Number two, as people become wiser, as more people get sued on social media, we might get.
Yeah.
So we don't have to move like we're idiots. Because the crowd, yatanda, fuck,
Masuku.
banbani, sekumnandi special when we know better. It can be avoided. We can raise any topic. Many Dlamini and what McGee said.
Yeah.
Ngizwe Mkhunu and speaking about gays. We can raise any controversial topic, but in a smarter way.
Yeah.
Because we know better.
That's true.
It's not fear of cancel, it's fear of being throttled so that we can't speak to the peeps out there unnecessarily. So yeah, shout out to Ike, man. I wanted
out
to
to
send a
Ike.
shout out to him and thanks to the audience.
No, thank you so
For
much,
giving him
Ike.
props.
Like well, Ike, people love Ike. Very, very controversial. I was chatting with another very, very, very prominent celebrity on WhatsApp, and he was not happy at all
With that episode.
with that episode. He was not happy at all. And I was like, look, at the end of the day, we're creating a space where Machita can chat their views, you know. So we disagreed, and I don't think we agreed with everything that Ike said, you know. But a lot of the things we do agree with what Ike is saying. So
You guys, yes.
what?
You agree with him a lot.
A lot, yeah, I do.
In the last episode specifically. I mean, I disagreed with a lot of what he was saying.
No, but I'm trying to say, Guti, there's also things that I disagree with you, and there's a lot of things that I agree with you. You know, so again, where I disagree, I disagree. I don't think Guti Zamu ukuthenga iskelem of each other here. You know, I think sometimes we as gents, we say, no, Fitz, I don't believe in that. So anyway.
Are you the host today?
Yeah, I'll
Okay,
I'll
so
help
you
host.
can lead us.
Yeah, so just quick shout out to
You want to say something, X?
Someone said that Devza looks like Bongo from Family Bonds.
Jeez, that's not nice.
That's not nice, bro.
I don't know.
Look, shout out to Bongo, but
They say, look
yeah.
like, they,
That link is not nice.
They trying to be mean, bro.
Let me
Didn't
see.
we lose him?
Yeah.
We've lost him. Rest in peace, man. Very talented human.
That's matter out of all the comments that we said,
No,
we're not one year bongo.
No, there's other comments.
But that's the
I
one.
can reach you if you.
That's the one.
You guys
Just-
must show
just-
me this bongo.
Just a quick shout out to Usabza Khumalo Ndwandwe Mkhatshwa. So he just said, what up, Sabza, Sabelo Khumalo. What's this one?
We're talking about, is there any topic?
No, I'll chat to the topic now. When is he fighting Big Zulu? Oh, one live season. Ufuna ngilo no Big Zulu no cast. Ngizolwa nabo boy 2.
Life Season's real name is Lee Kulu.
Lee Kulu.
A young gent that I've worked with a lot. One of the leaders at TUT. Yeah.
So anyway, just this is a side note. I know you're saying in tongue in cheek with the boxing thing. As men, we need to find positive ways to release a lot of the frustrations that we have. I think organized sports such as boxing, rugby, MMA is vital for young men just to blow off steam and just so that we can balance. So
Shout out to Smaggy T, man. Just donated $20.
Yeah.
We see you. We appreciate you. The money's gonna go a long way in ukuthenga ama-snacks.
Yeah, siyabonga.
No,
Smaggy T.
he could have spent that money anyway, but he's so generous in sending here. So anyway, where's these things now that I had up here? Just give me
We
2
don't want to read
seconds.
some of the comments from today's app. We said people must fuck our comments. Did you guys like one?
In
This
today's
is what I was asking. This is why I asked why you guys went live. But I asked. Penson said he's gonna host us.
What host today?
Just calm down. Just relax.
Don't look at me.
I'm
Penson
the
was
host.
asking a question.
I'm the host. Dang it.
Who's
So-
that one?
Someone asked why you have clothes branded with your name. Sorry. So sorry.
No, the answer is-
Decorum.
The answer is simple. No, it's for I'm
Don't answer it. Penson is the host.
part of.
You must bite your tongue.
You know when human beings go through some sort of struggles in life,
Sure.
and for me, when I have this, it's like no matter what you're going through, you need to make a plan because I've told myself this lie that Guineans are the greatest people on earth. So when things are going bad, I'm like, man, I can't disappoint these people. It's my libita.
Libita.
When
Ignition.
it's gym or something, I don't
Ignition.
know. When I get gym or if I get to buy
Mfaka itsupayisa. It's very bongo. But Kamalako? It's very bongo.
No, man, I love my city, man.
So one of the things we've been doing AMAGENTS now for over a year, and I think it's important to have reviews and reflections on what we've done right, what we haven't done right. Obviously opening it up to people on the live in terms of areas in which we can improve, because again, we see a lot of podcasts come and go, things stay stagnant, and we want to grow. We want to, there's so many ideas that we have. So I think one of the talking points that I just want us to just throw out here is just your reflection of AMAGENTS, one being a guest that is almost being part of the actual podcast.
That's directed at me?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, because you've got dual view. You've had a lot of comments that you've said as we were starting, you being a guest and now obviously having settled in. And then Debs, your reflection of the year gone past of AMAGENTS.
Sure. These are questions?
Yeah. Just a reflection.
I'm going to try and keep it brief, man. So I understand that this was experimental and I think it still is. Really great idea. And I think I said this to Debs 1 or 2 times after I visited that this feels like what podcasting was supposed to be, where we actually just sit and talk and people are fly on the wall. So I thought that was great. A lot of chaos, even myself as a viewer. I also don't like it when it gets chaotic. So I fully understand when other people see the chaos as well. But it's difficult because if it was chilly, that's what happens. Mm-hmm. So is it for us or is it for you guys to work on that or not? That's for you to decide because it's very nice.
And just to jump in there, I think we've had a lot of different views. Some people don't like the talking of each other. Some people love that chaos from an authentic point.
Yeah. Not for me personally, because I sit and chill with you guys, or I have a lot, and we've had a lot of very meaningful conversations. But it's nice to see how much value it's created for people out there. I'm actually surprised at what a huge impact AMAGENTS has made. I didn't think it was going to be so impactful. Young guys especially, but even old gents are like, hey, I will with AMAGENTS. I think whoever came up with the name is dope.
Shut up.
Hi, Kimasipa.
Come on, Bongo, come on.
No, I'm good with names.
Okay.
Names generally. I think.
All right. Okay.
Sorry, man. I'm just speaking about the sound. Hey, it's sharp, yeah, but it's fine now.
Others are saying it's fine.
Okay, cool. Sharp.
Okay. All right. The impact has been quite immense. Lentama guest is very tricky because there's a vision that you guys have, and then there's an audience that also has their own opinions. I know they've mentioned Sol Penduga as a guest they'd like to see here. Waras as someone they'd like to see here. Who else do they normally see being mentioned? But they mention a lot of people.
Yeah.
I don't think that's why you guys set this up. I could be wrong. So you guys are going to need to try and figure out how to balance that, because this was not meant to be, hey, let's invite celebrities here.
Yeah, 100%.
It was meant to be, no, let's just chat.
100%.
And if ever one of your mates wants to come through, cool. If ever, and this is a chat I've had with Debza, if ever a group of guys wants to come and sit and chat as AMAGENTS, see if we can make this a thing. I don't even know if there's maybe a scope to, I wouldn't necessarily call it franchise, but to inspire guys to say, guys, film out there and also call yourself AMAGENTS and be part of the wave. I don't know how dangerous that would be, so that people don't have to come here per se. Outside of that, man, congrats to you guys. I'm not involved with AMAGENTS. I am a guest. You guys keep inviting me back. I don't know for how long I'll be here, especially on screen, but I'll keep coming back where I can. But shout out to you, and maybe let me say this for the audience. As much as you guys are having fat chats, try to have at least 3 very important points that you bring here for the benefit of the young kids out there. Because the reality is, you and I know this from Pen and Pen, there are a lot of young men in particular that do not have an older brother, that do not have a father, that don't know where to go for elderly wisdom or guidance. And it seems when we sit and we chat about women and struggles, there are guys who are actually sitting saying, Ish, I'd never thought of this. I'd never heard of this. Thank you. Which I don't think we can quantify how deep that is. Because I can imagine as a young guy saying, what's a good example? besides hip hop, maybe the Pure Monati show, there's something where people go and tune in, like a church, to say, I know I'm gonna come back with Umpago there somewhere. So at the back of your mind, let's come here, talk shit, de-stress, what, but be like, I've just got these 3 little nuggets. It's like, say, semen retention. Like, say, I don't know, whatever.
Semen retention.
Yeah, it's not necessarily something I believe in, but I'm just saying if you believe in something like that, work out.
When we opposite semen retention.
We win.
We win.
So
we semen bar.
I'm turning 40 next year.
Damn. Wow. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm fine no sis bethu that are in denial of the age. Ladies never asked us
better than people who are 21.
Ladies never asked her age.
Or
I'm turning 40 next year, and for guys my age, but you niggas as well, from 35 up, the probability for prostate cancer starts going up. So you have to release. Releasing is actually important as you get older to lower the risk of prostate cancer. But for younger guys, not. I think I could be wrong. The whole point of semen retention was to say, don't go around just skeeting, because you actually do lose energy. How much does my skomora out there? And even after you've had sex, about weak. Imagine, Fetu, someone busts into the thing you've just released. Weak, useless. So try and keep some of that energy.
Condom.
There's a condom.
Or Richapa Street.
Is there something you want to tell her? It sounds like you've got something you want to share.
So let me jump in. No.
Something you'd like to share?
So guys, we're gonna try our best. Please feel free when you read something, just in the middle, to let it free flow, because I see a lot of shout outs that's coming through here from a prof. Shout out prof. From Mutaban Dlamini, shout out from Uratsi, all the way from Canada. Shout out. Hey, I want to say Canada.
The gents are telling each other to dice.
2 dice. I don't know what dice. So part of semen retention is a term called sexual transmutation. If you've ever read the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, it's one of the tricks that men use to stay focused and to make a lot of money. The easiest way to understand it, if you stop chasing bums and squirting and you focus on your job and what you need to do, by default, you're obviously going to keep sperm in. And because sperm is seed and its power and its energy, that now builds into you. But as I said, as you get older, unfortunately, you have to try and release, man.
You have to.
That's what I wanted to say. Shout out to AMAGENTS, man. Congrats on 1 year. Really proud of you guys.
So, yeah.
Well, that's what Penson's saying. It feels like it's been a few months.
No. It's definitely been more than
congrats, Machit. And good luck.
So
Aluta continua.
So just before Tebza jumps in, you hit it spot on, and especially when it comes to the guests, because we've always just said what's it. It's machita, bro. You know, we want to know machita uspana Pick and Pay. You know, machita uspana Netbank. You know, just the gents, and it does happen that you will have certain
people that are popular.
People who are popular, and even with those people that are popular, for us, we didn't want to create an interview space, you know. So it was almost like, if we're going to bring in Uwaras, can you see Uwaras as Umchita, not Uwaras as the personality, you know? Or if we bring in a soccer player, Tiko Modis, let's not ask him soccer questions. Let's just see the other side of Umchita. You know, what does he have to? Because you can, especially with a lot of these guys who are already out there, they've done hundreds of podcasts, they've done hundreds of interviews. We've seen most of their catalog or how they've presented their profession. So, Maskelana, Asring, what do you think about what's happening with Mkwanas? Just nje, you know, something that is a total left from what has been presented to the world. So you're right in that. So again, if we can create a space where people can come, watch, engage physically, we'd love that. We're still trying to iron out traveling, going to different spaces, going to evals, those type of things. We'd really like to do that. So if you guys on that side can actually assist and say, Guti, hey, I'm an event manager, I'm this, I'm that, was eval, there's a venue, just bring your cameras and your mics. We'll then liaise and then we'll see if it can happen. Or Cape Town or Swaziland, where Khumalo is. You know, we're happy to come through. We're happy to just... Eswatini. Etulo.
Shout out to Eswatini, man.
Etulo.
Ezulwini, Mbabane, and those places.
Madlamina Matle.
That's what's up.
Eswatini, I remember this one time I'm in Swaziland. Hey, I'm going to get myself arrested.
Eswatini.
I was driving drunk, bro. Drunk. I was wrong. And I get stopped. And I was stopped. No. So I get stopped to roadblock. No. I'm sorry. So I get stopped. Okay, not me. A friend of mine gets stopped at a roadblock.
It's too late.
How's it too late?
This is the danger with life.
Oh, sure. A friend of mine.
Yeah.
But Misa, bro. So anyway. Hey, unjani? Yeah, sapil. Hey, man, Poti. The guy is so calm. He's so relaxed. He's so well mannered. He can smell the brandy, bro. He can smell. And he's like, unatile. And I was like, hey, bro, and he goes, so I pull out, because you know, like South Africa, you default, pull out the clip.
Yeah.
And he goes, hey, doesn't want it. He's like, where do I stay? So I explained, because where I stayed was like probably a kilometer away. You know, it was so close.
Sure.
And he's like, no. So he goes in front, he gets into his car, fagama, and then we escort. Ngaze ngafika ngamchaza ngathi khawula kamnandi wathi wabuya. Ngavele ngathi hawu. Nkulunkulu.
Shout out to that cop. You're very lucky, but that was wrong.
He was meant to bopper me and deport me.
Yeah.
I was like, yes. My experience, every time I've been in Swaziland, Eswatini, it's been a 50 out of 10. It's been the best experience ever.
That is crazy.
I've had the best experiences in Eswatini.
People of Eswatini are very
They
good people.
are amazing.
Very nice people.
Nabosses bakhona generous.
Okay. Hey, host namhlanje.
Hayi uStefan Dabo karo.
He asked you a question, sorry, about 1 year of AMAGENTS. I think I was being asked as a guest and as someone who contributes now and then. I guess you as the founder, co-founder, the visionary.
No, I don't have much to say. What's one? I believe in starting things, man. I don't like talking. I think.
Sorry, before you carry on, someone is saying I think the generic mics are working. I think it's generic mics are working. Okay. Someone said I think your mics aren't working. That's what I saw.
No.
It's
fine.
Side, eh?
It's on.
I'm saying sometimes people will experience problems technically individually.
Yeah.
Because sometimes your internet is slower.
Oh,
Yeah,
I always wait for 2-3 comments to check if the sound is good.
Not a problem.
Yeah, I've been checking that.
Thank you.
Yeah, the sound is crispy. Check it out.
No, nothing wrong.
So now for me, man, I'm a believer in just starting, man. I think, you know, in Nike, but in just do it.
Just do it.
Yeah, man, I'm a firm believer in that, man. You know, I think you must take 1 or 2 times, think about something, then just hit immediately, you know. I don't like waiting and you're contemplating, should I make mistakes while you're in it? You know, don't think about it for too long, you know. So, man, I'm just glad that we started. What it becomes, it will become, you know. So I just hope that it stays authentic. One of the things that you've always said, you know, when you start something, don't be captured. You've spoken about this since the Yellow Office, you know, that once you reach a certain stage, you're going to be reading comments. They're going to change how you think. You know, change this, change the mic. No, this guest is not right. This is the guest we want. I mean, I remember with your convo, it ended up becoming some intellectual space. I don't know if intellectual is the right word. It became there
political.
And political
yeah,
as well,
you know, it became there organically, you know, then you're like, this is the things, you're telling that these are things I don't like, you know, because I just want to have chats. Now, when you're boxed in, it becomes an issue, you know, so I don't want us to fall into that trap.
Yeah.
Because you've told me that since a while back, you know.
And the
so I'm trying to
comments,
figure out how do we become authentic for as long as possible.
And I think we fought a lot of the comments in the sense of, you guys can't be eating on my chips. You guys can't be drinking. You guys can't be like. There's a lot of not just the negative, but there's also a lot of the positive. And the problem with positive comments is that they are the ones that put you in a box more than the negative ones, because we tend to be defensive with the negative ones. But the positive one is like, yeah, do this. Okay, bring on Joe. Bring on what, and then you start falling and following the those 2-3 voices, and then we lose exactly what we said that we actually don't want.
Yeah.
With that being said, in a year, ups, downs, there's things that we might not have said. I mean, or should not have said. Are there things? Are there?
Shout out to Aikizi.
Shout out
Khumalizi.
Outside of that, now that we're sitting here, where we're like, hey, I wish we had done this from get. I wish we had said this from get. I wish that we didn't say this and moved like this from get.
Or any regrets?
Yeah. Like
from my side,
from your
anything
side
I've
as an
said?
outsider,
Okay.
from your side as a guest, and just to coolies and just give us advice. If you were to look at it where we are now that we kind of learning how to stand up a little bit and take the first couple of steps, this is what, in hindsight, maybe we should have done. This is what we shouldn't have done, type of thing.
Jeez, off the top of my head, the only thing I can think of is I still think having 4 people at the table is too much. I still think 3 is good. Maybe then you can have like someone in the shadows.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's the only one I can think of. Everything else, as Utebza so poignantly put it, will happen organically. You do have to fight for your integrity, unfortunately. J. Cole,
What do you mean?
ride the bicycle, grow your dreads, play basketball with the gents. Fight to remain authentic. Don't become too cool.
Oh,
It's very,
yes,
very
yes,
difficult.
yes,
It's very difficult. And someone will tell you, but you weren't trying to make money and become successful to stay the same. And you're like, but there's something that was dope about me. I mustn't lose my dope. I can, yes, travel better, get more comfortable, have a team, but the dope, and I normally use this example with rugby. You go and you get signed, Sasha Feinberg Mgomezulu. I mean, you get found, you get signed. Because of X.
You're
a maverick player.
Yeah.
You can make shit happen out of, your Quade Cooper,
Got you.
Repo, your Carlos Spencer. And now that you're a Springbok, now that you're getting paid, now all of a sudden it's, no, let's be conservative. And you're like, but that's not why we signed you. All of a sudden, what makes you so good? No, I make sure that I get enough sufficient sleep and, I have a good That's not what made you dope. What made you dope is watching young kids seeing like cool skills that we're doing, like, I'm gonna fucking do that again. And one person who does that brilliantly is Chris Brown. Anytime there's a new dance out there, anytime there's a new trend, Chris Brown doesn't mind going back to be an idiot. How do you do? Show me. And then and
learn.
Do you know
and
what
then
they
he
say?
learns it.
You know what they say about the how do you define a genius?
Fucking don't stand on ceremony, mate.
Oh, I thought you were gonna answer. Sorry. Oh, I thought you were.
I might know the answer, but this is your time to shine.
No,
Keep on.
there's no time to shine. It's you having put in the 1,000 hours and having a beginner's mind.
That's dope. I've never heard that before.
Yeah.
They normally say genius is a person that can keep complex things simple.
Nah, it's
1,000 hours, 10,000 hours.
10,000 hours and having a beginner's mind. Because that's what Chris Brown does.
Yeah.
He's put in 10,000 hours of dancing. But he knows that in this thing, he begin at one.
Sure.
So you go sharper for sure.
Humble myself.
Yeah. So
I'm never
guys
that cool.
Yeah.
I'm never that. Kanye West maybe is another good example. And some of the kids he collaborates with, would say, I know you're a hot man in the game, but yes, fit. Like
This thing. Yeah.
Please, bro, like you're the coach right now. Please teach me.
Yeah.
That goes a long way. Having that type of attitude can get you very far in life.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to say that I think 4 people is too much. That's just my criticism, especially from trying to get enough people to talk. It gets to when there's 4 people, you're almost forced to keep quiet for a long time, which is not natural.
Which is not natural, and I don't think it's what we wanted to do. Like much like today, you saying who's going to host us today. That's not the aim. Having a host, but
no, for today because it's alive.
Yes, because it's the
it's a
pilot
unique
and we're trying
experience,
it. Yes, but ultimately as gents, there's no host of a conversation. Everybody just jumps in and you look for your little angle. At what point? Debza, over the past year, things that looking back, hey, we shouldn't have done this. We should have done this.
No women. From me. Don't invite women here. Do not invite people with a vagina and breasts here.
There's actually a similar comment.
Thanks, X. Kibina, my apologies, sir. The floor is yours.
While you're busy, I'll talk from my side. I think in the earlier videos, hey boy,
In the earlier videos only.
hayi phela
Namanje ngathi uyadaba.
awu phela ngenze njani ngathi ngisesontweni
Uyanatha, udzabe.
ngiyanatha natha amagano phela obviously awu mfethu kanti ngikuphi mfethu hawu sekathi manje
Yeke ukunatha uzudzabe.
ngithathe emngcwabeni manje after tears ke le ayikho le nto hawu manje hawu hey saxolisa ke
Uthi
mfundisi
besenzani?
sanatha Hey guys, let this man see Swatini. Hey, Swatini is lacquer, man.
Oh, Debs, are you busy doing something?
He's busy
No,
mixing.
man.
So,
Let me do my intellectual thing, which is a bit boring and serious.
I was about to
It
jump
would
in.
be nice, as the platform is called AMAGENTS, to make it a safe space for men.
Okay.
Men don't have spaces generally where they can speak about their struggles. We don't have jobs. Women want money from us. We're struggling. We're scared of this. I've got a growth on my dick. I don't really know what it means. It's sore to pee. I don't know how to mac on chicks. Sure. So now when you invite women and you can see it, you can see when a woman's here that the energy shifts.
Yeah.
Bekono Sisi here,
nah,
who kono Agno Penson, and literally the entire energy focused. It shifted to this lady, and I was slightly put off because I was like,
Even me last week, I was holding back.
because there was a lady here
Yeah, it
as
was
a guest.
tough, man. Because you don't want to offend. If it's a gent, you're like in fit. So we're not time.
No, but think about the gents thing. And I want to jump
Man,
in.
you guys are confused. Last week, one of you guys said to myself, more women.
No, man, I'm happy with
confused
having
now.
women.
Couldn't have been me.
So I'm happy with having women. So again,
Could not have been me.
I'll explain where I'm coming from. So I've realized, Guti, so many people say they want this to be a safe space for gents. Ne?
Yeah, it's called AMAGENTS.
Perfect. Do you know how difficult it is to get the standard guy who works at a bank to come here and sit and have an open and honest conversation?
And we need to unpack why.
You know, because at the end of the day, guys, it's hard. The criticism, the fear of getting cancelled, the fear of what happens if my wife is watching this, my mother's watching this, my family's watching this, my colleagues are watching this. So it's not the easiest thing to just say, hey, bruh, come through. Hey, how does your dick look like? Do you have growth on your dick? You know, because again, people will watch this and people will see you at Pick and Pay and go, hey, Nanglia put with the growth on his dick. You know, so again, we want to create a safe space, but we also understand with there's challenges there. Not everybody is as comfortable as us to have these open conversations, you know, and then people also feel a type of way when we have gents that become ghost or become behind the scenes and they say, no, why is he not there? Because again, he's trying to protect his bag. You know, if he says something that society might not agree with, all of a sudden he might get cancelled, he might get called in by HR because he said something about how women just want money. Now all of a sudden Espanin is getting called in by HR saying
the
what's
things
it?
we say, little man.
You know, so it's such a sensitive thing when we want to create a safe space, knowing full well that baning abantu that are going to watch this and we don't know how people are going to respond to it.
Yeah, but they don't have to come here. And even if they do, we can try because we have a bit of experience to protect them or to cut something out. And they can just send us stuff in the DMs.
Yeah, okay.
I work in a bank. I'm struggling. What are you guys? And we chat about it. All I'm saying is,
I get you.
I want to go to a space because we can't be highly feminized, women this, watch what you say. When some gents are like, say, sometimes we sit let me talk about it. And we're like, say, is that right?
So
what should
yeah,
happen?
yeah.
And then we talk. Because in other places, as soon as you say that, oh, fuck this guy. Upenuel can be crucified. And we can chat about it.
But here's now me just playing devil's advocate. He says something like that. Ne?
When he's on the pod.
He's on the pod.
Yeah.
We challenge him, we unpack it. Ne? He changes his mind. However, people on TikTok, people on Spaces, just cut, listen, they just cut that part where he says, umuntu wesifazane mase better from telling him about. They cut just that part.
That's true.
Because when I was engaging with people, they just cut certain parts. They didn't watch or the whole context of what we were trying to say. But Benji, that part, now all of a sudden when he's get called in by HR, just that part, you know, is what is trending and what gets called in. So I agree.
What's your argument that we can't be a safe space?
No. It's very difficult for us to be a fully safe space. We're trying to.
No, but what's your argument? I'm saying don't bring women here.
No. My argument was just as a blanket statement. I mean, that's a separate thing. My argument was it's not as easy as a lot of people in the comments think when you want to just bring in a machita to have open, honest, authentic conversations.
You're talking about something else.
That's what I was saying.
You were saying, guys, let's be mindful that not everyone is comfortable to come on here and bare their soul and catch the bullets.
Because you had said no woman because guys want a safe space where they can be guys. So I just held on to that.
It wasn't for guests, sorry. It was for the audience.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, but your point is very valid.
Okay, sure.
Debs, actually, we're here on you, sir.
No, I was just saying we need to unpack why what I've seen the pattern is with the guys that are afraid to come on AMAGENTS. It's either they want to be ghost. Yeah, I mean, that's the only other option. And it's fascinating for me as to one of the reasons. There's two reasons primarily. Ispani, the relationship they have with Imedi.
Fact.
Those are the two things. And it's sad for me when umuntu athi Imedi, I'm like, Esh. So it means when I'm Imedi, you're not that close where you guys can speak about anything. Me and Antoine, I'll tell you every Friday, ne? Me and young Pelela. Yo, wena. So that's what you believe in. Every Friday.
You specifically?
Yeah.
We're bongo.
Young Pelela.
Based on
AMAGENTS.
We're bongo, wena.
Young Pelela.
We're
Wena
bongo.
bongo. Oh, wait. Oh, so when you don't believe in this thing, how I didn't know. Yeah, what? And then I'm like, no, we cannot take it, man. We speak about it. So I'm realizing that
that's
I'm
not cool, by the way.
in
What you're raising. Please finish your points so I can.
So I'm saying at least I have that relationship of having the chat. What Amachita don't have with their partners, they are even scared to say anything.
They scared to joke about like side chicks. Like a joke. Like something that's not even real. Like we'll be talking about a Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey man, you know that booty. Also, Saba even to comment on that because we asked Guti once. I figured, so you think Nicki Minaj is attractive? So because I've got a schwapper and Nicki Minaj got a, so that means you look at girls that.
We'll talk about that. Then I think they get in serious trouble when they.
A lot of guys don't have, because I think again we need to also understand, Guti, we've gone through a lot of fire. The episode that dropped this morning with Usia, where we were speaking about running the race and then getting so tired where you give up.
Suicide,
yes. So we've trained ourselves so much, and we've trained our partners and our families that we could get to say so much more than a lot of gents get to say. Because we've been training for years.
Is it training or you don't care?
No, I personally, I was never as open and as honest because I was caring about people's feelings. So for the longest time, there's a lot of things where I was trying to be politically correct. Things where you'd say if there was no cameras. So if you take me 15 years ago and then you put cameras, I wouldn't have said a lot of these things. I would have 100% said the exact same things with no cameras.
Sure.
But the moment there's cameras, it makes it that much tougher.
Okay.
So again, a lot of the guys are saying, we agree with you. It's just challenging and difficult when there's cameras because there's consequences that we don't want to deal with.
Let me make a point.
Sure.
Leadership is hard. Leadership is uncomfortable. And leadership tends to have consequences. You're literally, when you put your hand up saying, you guys can throw tomatoes at me or you can kick me in the face. When you create a platform to discuss uncomfortable things, by default, you're asking to be crucified. If the space is going to have that as one of the cultural aspects, it is key to tell gents, please don't come here. Because this is dangerous for you. We know it. Number one. Number two, send us the things you want us to discuss because we'll be Jesus Christ. We'll be on the cross for you guys. We'll be Andrew Tate. Part of the reason people love Nota, part of the reason people love Ike Khumalo, part of the reason people like Chris Excel, maybe your Andrew Tate said, is because they say a lot of the things that guys are scared to say.
Yeah.
And it's okay. But what happens with guys, and this is why I wanted to say, and maybe we'll take this offline, Debza, what you said about you and Umam. We need to give guys ammunition. I've said this to women in the past. If there's an uncomfortable topic you want to raise with Umchi, sex, I want to try anal, can we do doggy, baba, hey, when I'm with 3 minutes, what? She must go and find a TikTok, a Black American movie that discusses just that. And, my friend said we should watch this. I beg. And then you're like, konabafuni anal. And she's like, look, we've never really spoken. And that becomes an entry. So what I'm trying to say is for a lot of gents, Bayasaba being cancelled, what. They just take Utebza and they're like, damn, look at what this guy said. And the woman, and the guy's woman is like, this guy's actually right. He's got a point. And you're like, yeah, he's got a point. Oh, she's like, I fucking hate this.
With the anal in
Dundun. Oh, she's like, I fucking hate this guy. Penal is such. The number of couples I've met, happy and otherwise, I meet women who are like, the number of arguments I've had with my husband or my boyfriend because of the things you say. it really makes me happy because I'm like, there are conversations you guys are having that you would have never had
yes.
if it wasn't for my
Love it.
content.
Love it.
Hopefully it doesn't go the wrong way. And I don't want Amachita to use our content to go out there and be like, yeah, Penwell said, Velen and you. It's to be like, hey, did you see this guy, you guys, little black pen saying he won't maintain his kids? She was like, yeah, but what's saying gonna guy born? Oh, so if you didn't see your kids, you wouldn't. But why would you deny me access to my kids? No, but that's a conversation. You guys have never discussed that. You're planning to have kids. It's an uncomfortable chat that you guys are now having. So all I'm saying is when I was framing the safe space, of which, look, invite women if you want, by all means.
Yeah.
When I say safe space, I'm saying Nota, Ike, Chris Excel, Shadiah Knight, not to go that extreme, but to say for the guys who are willing to be crucified, who maybe have the thick skin.
Can you Chris Excel?
No, Chris
It's not about that. It's okay.
Where I agree.
No, the reason why I don't like to group him with the people that you've grouped
Because their faces are out there.
because they have put themselves
They've got the balls.
and Unota has said,
This is
come
me,
to me.
boy.
Ute,
Cancel my
come
visa.
to me. Lomchita has not done that. So I would have so much respect for him if he
was
said,
his face.
this is me.
Yeah, it's a pussy move.
Saying the exact same things.
It's a pussy move.
I'll respect him. I say, bro, I don't agree with a lot of things that you say,
man, at least
but
it's a
as
pussy move.
Umchita, yeah.
But I won't lie. What Penson saying
That's
is
why I
true.
said, ukuthi mina naye nje masingabamba.
Mina,
Shy.
I limit my views. Magnitude. I
Azange
limit.
uzilimite
by
kukhona
default.
usisi uPink. Why ungazilimitanga kukhona usisi uPink?
I wasn't there for most of it, man. I had our chat. Da.
Usisi Pink lo ama side chicks.
No, but remember they were.
No, I'm a side
No,
chicks.
Maruta. She came here for a broader conversation about.
She wasn't coming as a
Ubayisa.
typical woman.
Yeah. Now
Where
you
okay.
her
By
own
default.
opinion.
Like akusuma umdala sekumele uyiqoqe.
Okay.
Yabona? So, last week,
Mina-
man, I was
mina-
like,
no, but mina, I
because I don't
understand.
want to offend, because then sometimes the way I speak,
Yeah, I know.
man.
So mina, my challenge with when they talk about women, what I've picked up is that they don't want a certain type of woman. So for example, to Pink, if you read the comments, no one said don't bring a lady like that here. You know, so I was like, oh, okay, abantu are looking for a certain energy rather than whether it is male or female. There's a certain energy. So people, because even here in the comments, people like bring in Sigmas. There's an energy that abantu are looking for,
Sure.
rather than it must not be a woman.
If
Per
Utemza
se.
invited you to Ichilas with Amachita, siyaphuza namachita, would you want a woman there?
No.
You wouldn't.
Aye.
You wouldn't as well.
Aye.
Caesar, you'd want a woman there?
Aye.
Sorry, I know you're busy with technical. Utemza invites you to siyaphuza, siyaprivate, amachita nje azo distress. Would you like a woman there?
A woman.
A woman.
No.
1, 2. You'd like Amachita to feel
Yeah.
Yeah.
X.
That's true.
No woman.
No woman.
Yeah.
So,
No, I
to
agree.
No, that's fine. I'm just going at again. To many people out there, they're like, AMAGENTS is that for me.
Yeah.
Friday afternoon, qedile spanini ngishayisile. Konje khona AMAGENTS ekuse awukhipha amabhiya la ntwana yami siza ukuthi ithini lezinja. Ekuse
talking about my
and then there's a woman there and you're
shout
like,
out Incognito, wherever you are. Shout out Badunhlakanipho. Sonke sila
manje
machita.
yilwane la.
Yini engihambayo la? Manje yini manje lungelo susa fethu. Ngaze umuntu ngaze efe. But shout out gents, enjoy your whiskey, enjoy your beer, enjoy your coffee, enjoy whatever beverage that is in your hand right now. Sinasila.
Wait.
Oh, Incognito is not an alcohol, it's a person.
Yeah, I said
Oh,
shout
I
out
thought
to
you were
Incognito.
marketing an alcohol brand.
No, and I said
Shout out to
Unhlakanipho.
Incognito.
Oh, and Unhlakanipho.
Okay.
Yeah, abantu fethu.
Oh,
abantu.
Jababona, incognito.
In
No problem.
Yeah, Incognito, bro.
What do you have something you want us to chat about, Ntana?
If you guys do a live again, just a quick tip from me. If you guys do a live again, I think get someone to manage comments and don't do it here.
You
It
doing
is
it here?
distracting. No, I'm saying the next time.
Someone
Because I can see how distracting it is. Where you'd rather have someone at the back, someone you trust, sift, and only highlight the ones that are worth a chat. Otherwise, you end up, which is what I was saying, do we want to just engage? Or do we have topics to speak about?
Okay. Yeah, again, guys, just please forgive us. We're piloting this, we're trying it, so there's going to be a lot of teething, in this. So as the suggestions come, sabonga pen, as the suggestions comes from you guys, from whoever, we're going to iterate and it's going to get better. I think,
So someone asked that why does Penson want women? Because I don't think you finished your points. So at some point you said that you didn't see a problem with having a man.
Oh, okay.
So you didn't finish that point. So someone asked.
Okay.
Before you answer, Caesar, can you hear X?
He doesn't have a mic.
Can you give him a mic?
So
Okay.
anyone who's responding,
The comment.
Yeah, I was just reading out.
Yeah. So
I was just saying, when you answer X specifically,
I'm gonna
please
first
try
say
and-
the question again.
Yeah.
So UX just asked me, Guti, he read a comment where I didn't finish my point around why I'd like women on the show as AMAGENTS. So very simple. A lot of the viewers are females as well. You know, so as much as we created a space, or we want to create a space for Machita, a lot of our sisters are also watching this, and they also have their views, and they also have.
I didn't say anything.
But I'm gonna.
Just
a chop and a smile.
So ngenze njani ngifreeze? Ngifreeze mina. Ngiyanikana ngoba uyabheka.
So
Qhubeka ubhede. Because you have a lot of female, then therefore I must invite.
ukhona i-salt and vinegar lapho. Dlana udle.
Ngikona izimba.
Did gunshot. Gunshot didn't must see.
Yes, that's a thank you. Umane ufike njani? Hey ufike. Unesalt and vinegar.
Ngisho ngafa sinje. Ngiphinde ngibuye la.
Ufike-
Zo podcast angedwa.
Ufike borose.
Zinja.
Ngithi mehle ngawo.
Zo podcast angedwa sinje. Aning appreciate.
Hey, woman, man.
So-
Mlotshwa.
I've told the story many times because I'm presenting to clients and I'm presenting and I'm going. And the one lady says, in the middle of my presentation, this is a formal workspace. And she goes, Yana Penson, you guys speak so much shit.
I like her.
I'm like,
to that lady.
whoa.
Uzofuna nikhuluma insizwa.
Hold on.
Hold on. Awusidakela. Khuluma madoda. Talking shit yini wena?
This is like So I'm like, hold on. Like, what slide was I talking shit? Nah? Like, I'm trying to figure out where is it that I'm talking shit? And the conversation then changed. Uguti, you guys are on this podcast, blah, blah, blah. This is the situation, da, da, da. And I was like, oh, okay, so you disagree with us. I was like, okay, come onto the podcast and tell us that you disagree and then school us.
That's what you want.
So no, I'm getting people have different views. I was like,
I hear you.
School us. It's like, you know, when you're playing 30 seconds when you're having a pry, ne? When you're just having a pry. Forget to chill machita konin. Sometimes when you're having a pry, sometimes when you're having a pry, it's nice to have female energy. Not all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know. So again, just to get a different viewpoint, because there are people that think that this is an echo chamber where we all just agree with each other all the time, and they feel that they've got different views. So on the odd occasion, maybe every 10th episode, and it's just a random example, figure a person, a female with different energy, feminine energy, and we can have those light-hearted debates and discussions.
Uthi just living Penson must host AMAGENTS. Especially ngoba upendi inzipho sekeda mina ke lapho. Futhi khona cici.
Ubani usheshano?
Women will watch
Ubani-
AMAGENTS
Ubani-
because they want to hear
Ubani-
men
Ubani-
speaking uncensored. Things
Ubani-
that they'll never
Ubani-
speak.
Ubani-
So that
Ubani-
they listen and they come on, babe.
Sing,
Do
man.
you also think, because I was listening to these fucking assholes, athi umjija mina ngiyavuma.
Man,
Oh fuck me, I didn't know men. That's why they watch.
Not
Not because they want to hear a woman come debate with us. Suck.
Ubani othenga host ama-girls? Ubani?
Lo upendi inzipho.
Kusho umuntu openda inzipho naye?
Just living. Someone called Just Living.
Yabona wena just living ngokucophile wena Chris Excel wena. Just living Chris Excel. La ngimthola khona uChris Excel bantu bomhlaba.
Mfethu uhlala udabeni namhlanje mfethu ukhohlwa ama comments. Azok-distract, trust.
Distracted, but they lack her, man.
They too like you
So-
literally want to sit and just go through them and comment and what.
Okay, so one of the in this episode that we wanted to touch is some of the hot topics, some of the hot debates that we've had, that you've had on your spaces. We've had them together. Things such as very controversial, where you talk about people shouldn't get married. Very controversial.
It's not very controversial.
It is controversial.
Controversial into you.
Are you controversial?
Anymore.
Are you
I say
controversial?
controversial
It's
anymore.
not controversial.
Are you
Anymore.
controversial?
Aye.
What's that?
Because someone shouldn't get married.
I don't
Because
think
why
people should get married.
That's not controversial anymore.
Hey, look, I think it's contentious, but I don't think it's controversial.
Okay, contentious. Siyabonga Chepi boys.
Wait, I
Come
need to read
on,
this one.
boys.
Can I need to read this one? Why do you guys give so much energy to women who don't want to listen and who have radical views against men? But I guess it's boring. Talk about the good women and their views.
Awuma kancane ne-comment yakho. Ngithi mina, in the year, we've had many hot topics. Lobola, marriage, men taking themselves, taking their lives. To you, Tebza.
What's the question?
Off the top.
I'm reading this. What are you reading?
I'm giving you the question. Off the top of your mind.
Yeah.
What are the topics? 5 topics. Penn had said, which we must have 3 takeaways. What topics, when people go back and watch AMAGENTS, should they really have a deep dive in? The ones where we can talk with the man.
definition
you can
of-
talk to your
of-
family.
of-
You
of-
can talk to
Of what a man is. When you do ghost, you won't say the ghost's name.
Mchita.
Yeah, Umchita.
Big guy.
The
Big
big guy.
Big guy.
The guy that made you cry, brother.
That make me cry. I just got
The conversation
just got dusty in the room.
The conversation
just
was about-
dust came into my eyes.
The conversation was about the definition of a man is someone that has the ability to go through chaos. I think that was the chat.
Big up fireman.
Hey. Yeah,
King of fireman.
that thing.
Good
yeah.
you. Good as a man, you fucking contain the fire, bro.
Yeah, that.
Hey, then the dust came into my eyes. Then I had to obviously wipe that one because.
Ntanda ma move.
Why is it my move?
No, I'm guessing he got you guys psyched.
No.
No.
I'm not disputing what he said. I'm just listening to what he said and how it made you guys feel.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying, Ntanda ma move.
No, not bring it up because I never told like it. No. Yeah,
Ntanda ma move.
that was
Motivational clips.
that was
If you want to be a real man, you must be able.
you didn't say
David
like
Goggins.
that.
No, I'm just making an example.
Your
I'm making an example.
Your example is pop. Your example is pop.
You inherited, you adopted the dog. What's in? What's in?
Manu pain.
Ntanda ma move. Are you calling to which men go through whatever?
Pela ma movie
No,
are
I'm saying
based
that-
on
that is
things.
dope.
You're not
That is
just based
dope.
on.
And I believe in because my definition of a man value is you have to go through pain, man, irrelevant of how you feel.
And a woman? Same. Must also go through pain.
I
Who goes
that's
through
my
more pain,
biggest
men
thing.
and women?
Didn't we unpack that?
I forget
last
and
week's
pain.
episode?
Fast. Who goes through more pain?
Who's that?
Men or women? Sorry, Penson was asking you your 3 biggest nuggets. Your 3 biggest nuggets in the last year.
I enjoyed that. Ghost was dope. I think we need to bring back a Ghost. He was nice.
Semshado njengamanje ubhizi charge.
Is it?
Shout
Can I throw one?
out. Congrats to the couple.
No.
Wherever they may be.
Ki men and women or ki?
Ki?
Tebs ukhohlakele.
Ki?
No,
Congratulations
I'm saying
to the
people
couple.
Yeah, but they're getting married. Yabutisa. How?
Yeah. So fireman. Yeah.
Yeah, the fireman was quite dope. There's something about Tia's chat. It was real, man. The episode that dropped Vandag.
Pressure.
24.
Pressure.
Yeah.
The part about pressure or
Yeah.
something else?
No pressure. Yeah, you're right. Exactly.
Which a man is under a
Yo,
lot of pressure from society, and that's the difference. Women are not under as much pressure as
I
men.
listened to it again. I'm like, okay, that pressure point was quite a thing, That was.
Do you think
hit
that
me.
men should be under this much pressure, or men and women should be under an equal amount?
Nah, I think generally society is built on pressure, man. I don't think society will progress if there's no pressure in any sense. Whether it's competition at work, it's companies competing. We need some sort of pressure point for us to progress.
Do you think men should be under more pressure than women, or it should be the same?
Should be the same.
Okay, nothing
Should
wrong.
be the same. Should be the same.
I think the pressure is different, bro.
It's very different. It's very different.
Because there's that line that you said that your grandmother used to say, Guti, like paraphrasing, we all need to suffer.
You're not special.
And
Coco's got no time.
whether it's a biological thing about women suffering every month through Watwati, but there has to be some sorts of suffering, bro.
Yeah.
Because you look at the seasons of life, we all have to go through winter.
Yeah.
You know, and then we watch spring and then go through summer, whatever the case may be. So I think it's vital that we all have to suffer to find out who we are.
Sure.
Yeah.
We have to.
Oh, you have to give it that one. One of the things younger women, black women, hate about older black women, and they say it, they post it every now and then, is that black women feel like you must suffer and struggle. It's one of the things they raise a lot. Black women always feel like we have to struggle and suffer. And Fetama already know what they're talking about, but clearly a different generation. I remember we had Bianca Costa here, and she said she was going to therapy.
It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright.
He's doing what these people do, but he has an issue with it.
Chris Excel.
Shono?
Chris Excel.
The face that Chris used to use.
That was not cool, but anyway, yeah.
Mlotshwa
uthini?
Ngiyaboza.
Hayi ngimzekeze. Mlotshwa ring njani?
When she came here, she said she's undergoing therapy.
Yeah.
And I asked how important it is to pick a therapist that is like you. Because we had Upesha Yaduma. And he said he was undergoing therapy. And he said,
no.
He said he specifically went for Umchita that understands, Umchita Otaki, that understands the dynamics of being a black O. Bianca said the opposite. She said, I intentionally did not want to find a black female therapist, especially that's older, because she's probably going to come with that thing of, as black women, we struggle, just be strong. She didn't want that. She intentionally went for a different race. And to what you're saying, life is tough. Ugiyala, usisma izoshada. Bayasho mama baba phela banokwenza, and women are like, fuck that. I choose peace. I will not what. So the younger generation seem to go against that until life kicks them in the mouth. Then they come and they want to tell younger girls the same.
Shout out to Ubabu Ngobo. Hlakanipho uthi qwa umswenko. Guys, ngiswenkile abangangibonanga.
Mapholoba.
Abangangibonanga. Manje ngeke ivele omega yami lemhlophe. Cela ningibuke ku Instagram engimuhle namhlanje guys. Yes. Anyway.
Isitayela samabhinqa lesi.
Yeah, start samabhinqa boy.
No Big Zulu. Inkabi Records.
Yeah, Inkabi Nation.
Hey, shout out to Big Zulu, man. He sent a DM on Instagram.
Nare.
Was it a post that we posted?
Yeah, because we had that song with him and MT. And then
and he gave a shout out. Shout out to Big Zulu.
Yeah, no, I think when it comes to culture, yes, we sometimes we have different views on culture, but it's always nice to see people who are embracing their culture and willing to teach and learn other people's cultures.
Sure.
So, yeah. Sorry.
Debs, your third point?
I don't remember.
Okay.
What do you have? 1 or 2?
Someone asked here, what are our top 5 episodes? No, I don't have 1 or 2. I don't really care. I like the suicide chats. I like the money chats. I like the chats that specifically speak to the biggest issues we have.
Yeah.
So we can speak generically, but amachita mfethu are suffering from drug addiction. It's happening now. Kona amachita qhunyiwe njengamanje. Amachita shaya ingane. Men are beating women.
Yeah.
And most other platforms refuse to speak about the why.
Sure. Yeah.
We speak about the why, uncomfortably so.
Yeah.
Osis bayafeba, osis bayadelela, osis bayashaya emotionally, verbally. So umchitu uyaphendula. We speak about those things, and we if we really want to lower domestic violence, let's speak about the why. We haven't spoken about sexual education. Maybe we'll get to it. Because at some point, I'm a 4-5 hour vugi. This is a fact. At some point, I'm a ayasaba. At some point, I'm a pileli port. Sorry, bro. Go long. One day. Kwakusikhumba with Bob Mabena.
Yeah.
Ekhuluma ngomkhulu ukuthi umkhulu esenibiza ethi iCresida yami.
But there's been many topics that we haven't. Even Tulani, shout out to Tulani saying what we haven't spoken about black tax as
Dude, you're far with the comments.
My bad. Okay.
So I was just saying sexual education. Hopefully at some point. Amachita struggle in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Gents are addicted to porn and they want to perform. Amachita don't have money. That was one of the biggest issues. Amachita don't have money. We're not having real chats.
Oh.
We're not having real chats.
Let's go there. Let's
Can we go there?
Can we go there?
Please can we go there? Yo,
I just wanted to say the topics that affect
Yo.
real men out there. Ukushela, siyasaba.
siyabonga.
Ekhaya, I'm under pressure. I-old age, fethu, ngifuna time alarm, fethu. But ngiyasaba ukutshela i-old age.
Hey,
ukuthi kusele.
Maramachita, the gambling as well is a big one.
Yeah, it's a
You guys see the numbers? You guys see the numbers? Trillions.
Gambling bafethu huanyi. No, the gambling one, but the money one. Why don't men have money?
Like, before we get to why men don't have money, the pressure, like, I know sometimes we might be unreasonable in the sense of we tell guys, have kids, have this, have that. But financially, guys want to be responsible. Guys want to take care of their kids. But they know, Wuti, I'm struggling to take care of myself, bro. Bro, I'm struggling. I'm struggling right now to look after me.
Or you're just speaking.
No, the conversations I've had with
You're
gents.
not speaking about your underpen.
Uba.
I am asking.
No, I'm under my say Woolworths. Njengamanje ngigqoke under ya Goku.
Mina ngigqoke under, man.
Ngigqoke
Ever since late high school.
Ngigqoke under ya
Underpen is there.
yeah,
What underpen or
my briefs.
What underpen or briefs?
You wear underwear?
Yeah,
You wear underwear?
briefs.
When?
Yeah.
I don't wear underwear.
Ya Goku.
Manje
Phela mina ngi Super Saiyan.
in case of an emergency, asithi ibhluko lakho liyadabuka.
Liyadabuka, liyachula.
I do, but that
No,
those things are rare, man.
Vital question.
Buruku batabu.
Vital
I
question.
had two friends.
Vital
on
question.
chain
Vital
who had
question.
Those accidents.
Vital question.
No.
It does happen. It does happen.
That thing has never
It does
happened.
happen.
I've never seen anybody straight.
It does happen. It does happen.
Makdabuka, bro.
In case of emergency.
Wenze njani?
Ngithi mhlawumbe uzobuza mfethu mangiqhanyelwa. Uthi kusefana noma kuvuka i-4-5. I-under inokuba i-defense. Inokuyibamba imembe uthi kusele. Ungajumpisi.
Your pants have an elastic. Ungamthatha umjito umbhekise phezulu.
Wait, let him
You tuck him in.
Umfihle ngereke.
Everyone knows that you tuck the boy in from back in school. Khanyele kwi-mat intwana uvele ushale shandise ibheke phezulu uyithakhe in la. Ilunguze kancane la phezulu blue.
Bese uthi tuck in i-shirt yakho.
Every cheater knows that.
I don't know that, man.
Wena uhlaza wena lapho
So it's either too small or too big.
So
is your problem.
Bonyela,
It's
from
either
cutting.
too small or too big.
So no bonyethu phela uyibofile so.
What are you talking about? Fethu, if you have a boner. Okay, let me ask you. When you have a boner, what do you do?
Like randomly.
Yeah, and you're gonna be around people.
I stand in one position. Ne?
But you have to move.
I can move. I can know you bonyethu.
Your whole life, that's what you do. You stand still until it goes down. I know, I'm asking. How bafu? Ngiyabuza ukuthi so uyama until
movie. Kike mama
how times asami mfethu.
Kike in between my Kayema.
Why can't we go? Times, what's wrong? Can we go?
Hey, whoa, artamai. Kike in between my uti squeeze yehlenyana. Ntolo na so lona bo va 4-5 film.
We tuck it in.
Wait, this are more 4-5.
You tuck it in. No, my dick is not that big. I don't think it gets
So
to
when I
my
pop up,
belly
you're
button. Umile.
Echa wena mbona porn man.
Asiphume. Oba namajita neyihlahla. Kusevenda. Kusevenda. Baba no. No, I'm not vendor. I'm super fooey. I mean, I chill nje la somewhere, but you tuck that bad boy in.
Is it?
You're asking about money, which is very important.
Sure.
What was your question?
No, why amachita
Don't have money. Yeah. No, but I was just saying
Don't have money.
it's such a painful topic because it's the truth, and there's an expectation very much on social media where Osisbetu are expecting us to have things sorted out or to have one of things all our ducks in a row. Meanwhile, Puma in the same environments that they come from. So the same sisters that can't afford the latest phone or the latest this or this and this and this, they expecting it from a lot of guys who don't have the means. You know, so asna imali generally as society, you know, and even when we do have money, it's not social media money. You know,
Don't go for the social media girl.
no, but I'm just saying, with a lot of the younger guys are impressionable. So we must also, one of the things that I try and do is I try and take myself out because I know how I think and I know how I move and I know my financial space. Sure. So I try and understand, Uguti, I might be at that space where I can say, don't go for the social media girl, but the single guy doesn't know even where to find a girl. So when he goes to the pub and he goes to the spaces,
Majita hlaba nje. Bro, guys, ba hlaba mfethu ku tavern.
yeah, because he feels that the fact that he can't afford to have a girlfriend because there's expectations that may come from that. And I'm saying, Wuti, Sengati Osisi can be realistic in the sense of realizing, Wuti, if she doesn't have money, why expect
Women date
him?
broke guys.
All the time.
A lot of women date broke guys.
In squatter camps.
Mlotshwa, this stats sometimes they don't make sense.
I'm not
Mlotshwa.
fighting.
I think
Yeah.
Penson is speaking to a certain segment.
I am speaking to a certain segment.
That should help.
Which segment? Go be specific.
speaking
The
to
segment
guys-
of young impressionable guys want to
Young
impress
guys in their
girls.
20s.
And,
Yes. Yeah, because again, guys, we don't date the same. One thing I've realized when I speak to us, the things that we watch, the information, the YouTube, our algorithms are so different from when you go to, if you go to the average, maybe I've done this too many times, and I go into their TikTok or their YouTube, and I just watch their algorithm. I go, wow, our worlds are so far apart. You go to me, you see Fox News, you see Joe Rogan. You go to them, you see isn't that you didn't even know exists in the world. And you start realizing, as a band, we're different. So our struggles surely should be different. You know, so I see this all the time. I don't know if you guys go out. I go out. So I get to see guys in those toxic spaces trying to be things that they can't be. You know, and it's
And I don't
painful.
feel sorry for those guys. There's no pain. I feel fuck all for those
Yes,
guys.
again, from a point of your world.
Yeah.
I'm saying for some people, that's the only place that they think they can go to. So kunzinyana for them, dog. You know, right now, you're sounding like Usia, shout out Usia, in the sense that,
He's in the chat, by the way. Shout out to Ungang.
shout out to Ngang.
After half dissing AMAGENTS, all of a sudden now he's the biggest fan. Shinji tune, man. Sekulis Rebecca Malop.
Shout out our city. So with that being said, sometimes when we speak, because Usia has a strong mind, because you have a strong mind, sometimes we speak, we need to also understand that not everybody has our mindsets. Yeah, one. So they still very much, a lot of people, that's why most people are broke, because of the mindset that they have. And so I'm trying to say, okay, sharp, guys, this is my tips in maneuvering that space, because the money thing is a sensitive thing, and that's why machita ngacholi, machita maning good guys angacholi, awanazi ingane, I want next, because finance is a big thing, bro.
I'm gonna try and give you an intellectual answer because it's an important topic.
The
The reason why men and specifically black men don't have money in this country is because it's engineered in that way. Number one, we changed how we measure value, or we were forced by the British colonizers and today globalism. There was a way to access value as a young man. Yasebenza, we are fuya, we are chala, we are vuna, etc. It's a very straight line. If you want to have wealth, you earn it in this way. And it was one of those, what you put in is what you get out. Then the money system came, and the money system is manipulated, incredibly so, by things that don't make sense even to the most intelligent people. Lisitya, Khanyago, the governor of the Reserve Bank this week was saying, according to their calculations, the rand to dollar should be 7 rand and not 18. These are now educated people, economists and what.
Crazy that, hey?
And for them to say this is shocking for a lot of people, and it's not shocking for me, because the reality is it's rigged. Never mind the fact that the big banks rigged foreign exchange at some point.
I think that's what Trump complains about when he talks about China. They manipulate the yen.
Yuan.
The yuan, sorry.
Sure, RMB.
For that exact reason. Yeah, sorry.
So the money system is rigged, and what used to be a straight line is now go to school, study hard, get a job. The first problem is a lot of guys, the schooling system is very exclusionary for them. Not everyone can get 80% in maths.
Okay. Oh, you're just talking about basic education.
Basic education.
Got you.
So already that excludes you from a lot of things. Number two, for the graduates in this country, especially black graduates, there aren't enough jobs to take them, of which they told you, Hambios and then you'll get a job.
The then Dean of Students, Prof. Viv de Klerk, I think that's her name, was saying that less than 5% of matriculants get into higher education.
Less than 5%.
And this was when I was in first year, 2007. Jesus.
Less than?
5% get into higher education. So imagine if less than 5% of
So that's like 100,000 people get out, no? Out of.
It makes sense. At some point, we were doing the data where we were looking at how many vacancies or spaces are
available
versus
for
the
first
applications.
Years. Yeah, it's
ridiculous.
Disgusting. And then you're telling me, Guti, then those people that get in, how many drop out, and then of those that stay, how many graduate, and then of the ones that graduate,
how many get jobs?
How many get jobs?
Yeah.
So we did have this chat on to cut to the Penson on Econ, because we did speak about grade 1. You've got, I think, 1 million people that go in. And then in matric, it's about 100,000 or something like that. And we're speaking about
whatever the numbers are, the dropping off.
If you're using the 12th year,
we spoke about such a bad metric that they use. But yeah, the dropout rates over the years.
So when you have the munchies.
The munchies.
Yeah, we should do konye.
No, mfethu ngiyashafuna ngoba it also distracts me from wanting to speak because mina ngabonisa imbelelo zibuye ilungu. So kumele sihlafuke ukuthi senze ukuthi kusele. Mama kukhuluma umjibla yalo imbelelo. So I'm mina ngicabanga ukuthi idla ama chips dwana uyehlisa umoya.
Tell me something very good.
Nelson.
Our mabi lama chips. I brought nice lays, man. I'm gonna get them just now. It's not
Our
urgent.
mabi?
Nah, the salt and vinegar is too strong. And if this is tomato, I've always hated tomato, Simba.
Well, I've always loved tomato, Simba. So.
That's fine. Good for you.
Shout out Simba. Starting this sneaky mad.
So the first thing is that the job space is not able to absorb everyone.
Sure.
Then the next thing becomes entrepreneurship. We are not training.
Yep.
By we, I'm talking the government. We're not training kids to be entrepreneurs, to be agrarian, to grow their own food, to be able to build their own houses. So the education
what
is
that?
skewed. Agrarian. No, mina ngafunda mina kwaphelele. Yabo into
Put benu abalazi ligama elithi
agrarian.
Wena ulizwa namhlanje. I'll spell.
Awumboni mfana la.
Akangiboni ntwana.
Yeah, mara vele.
It's okay.
Mina ngilazi. Mina usisho sifane.
Ama clever blacks ahlupha la. Athanda tshachana.
Angilazi lo gama ungiyavuma ngilazi.
Yikho besonto.
Awangila.
So first time
uzolizwa kuphi? Le kwa my. Ngizolizwa kuphi igama elithi agrarian.
Okay.
Angazi khona uD noma uG. Agrarian. Nice.
So we're not training kids to be able to take care of themselves, number one. But number two, the system is also broken in the sense that even if you did badly at school, even if you weren't taught entrepreneurship, you're here now. You're fucked. Yeah. We live in a money world.
Sure.
People don't have enough access to good fertile land. They don't have access to resources. They don't have access to platforms and institutions to get by. But the number one reason, more than anything, to answer your question, is that it is engineered for people to not have money.
And black men to not have money. Or just...
Hey, to be honest, it's the majority of the world. But in this country, it just so happens that it's black people. It includes black women. But going back to the pressure argument, there's an expectation that men must have money. Whereas for women, it's not that high, the expectation. So that should answer the question that you asked. And the conversations we should be having if we had better leaders, kings, pastors, politicians, should be, how do we get the average boy and girl to be able to sustain a life, even if they don't go to school?
As when you
even if they have limited resources. In fact, when you will have a crib, you will eat, you will have clothes. Your kids will go to some education institute. No matter how stupid and useless you are, you'll be covered. I don't know if social welfare is for that, but sizokufundisa mfethu just the basics.
I think let's teach family one Penson. Hey, man, I'm tired of government and they must. How do we teach families that they must make a plan for those people that can't survive in Gauteng, you know? I remember in one of our earlier chats on when it was still called the panel show, we're like, what should happen to people who can't survive in Gauteng? And we gave very ridiculous.
Ridiculous?
Not ridiculous. The answers were not so nice.
Yeah, but they were necessary. They must fuck off.
Do you drink?
They must fuck off. Baba, if you can't make money, call buele emaplazini.
Do you drink juice? Do you drink juice?
Next thing says banjwa inkunzi wena.
Do you drink juice?
Bitch.
Do you drink juice neat like that? Oh, dash ngamanzi. It's not too sweet.
Why would you dash it?
I can't drink juice like that.
What?
I mix it with water.
But Jaja Road, I got the peanuts, the nicknames.
No, I mix it with water. Do you drink juice neat like that? Like neat, like no water.
Depends on the type of juice.
Let that berry blaze, bro.
Why are you mentioning face?
Just
Just say it's strong. Just say it's strong. It's strong. What?
It's so strong, bro.
Ubu right to tea, salt and vinegar, because it can be any brand.
Sponsorship.
Yeah, but
You said something that was so profound and it hit me.
I always say profound things. Hey,
Matesa so wayinka runzo yembune wayinka kuri
Yes,
wena no le scientist
that's the thing about intellectually inferior people. They want to laugh at intelligence. Everything is a jokes.
He's trying to be a
Funny. Ha 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 ha. I'm staying. Please may you elaborate on the profound thing that I mentioned.
Algorithm. Olive Kavalishilo. Aquarian. And it hit. Okay, it didn't hit. There's a friend of mine.
Ay, yakujwayela le phi.
No, there's a friend of mine who, when he says to the madam, hey, bro, hey, financially, this man, the madam goes, oh, the madam goes, oh, listen, we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They put so much pressure on guys because even if you are having those open chats and you're saying, listen, between me and poverty, 50 rand. A lot of females just look at you, your partners in particular, they go, no, and then they still.
I want to say this.
The problem is not women. One of the biggest mistakes men make, black men, is wanting to blame the wrong people for the issue that we have.
Who should
it's not women are engineered just like men.
Sure.
They're conditioned just like men. So trying to fight her, it's like fighting with a foreigner, which I know is a controversial topic. Amachidamfets are seeing their fucking asses in Zim, in Malawi. They fucked. In the same way you're fucked in Mutu, in the same way you're fucked in your favorite place at Ofimvaba, which is why you're migrating to the city. They fucked. They just have to cross a river and a border. But so we fight them instead of fighting the fucking ANC and fighting big business that enables foreigners to come in and out of here and do whatever they want. You're fighting the wrong people. So I'm just saying, our sisters are very annoying. But now they're just victims of the same conditioning. You need to transcend them and be like, oh, sure, you want a lot of things.
Shout out Siang. Love you. Al City. Yini signing Al City. Al City.
It's Cova Gang.
Shout out Siang. Siang's gonna be here next week as well. He's gonna be here.
Now there's gonna be 5 of us here. Ike, Waras.
Yes. No, you can't tell people that 2 Ike Waras are here next week, bro.
Oh, sorry.
We don't. The guests are not confirmed next week. Sakhetslishwa. Singaga record.
You know, we need to teach family men.
Petition.
How do people become independent? And I think, the topic of foreigners, man. Ring, I'll remember.
No, please continue, sir. I just wanted to say people don't need to be independent. But please carry on.
Foreigners, man. The conversation of foreigners, man. I'm always inspired because it's like, in fact, people who are outsiders will always do better than the people they found in whatever country they found.
That's true. The foreigners' mindset.
Yeah, man. So we need to figure out what is it that they need to do. What do families need to do? Because the ANC, government, I'm over those type of topics, man. And I know some people have to rely on government.
Most people.
80% or 90%, they have to, But I'm trying to figure out what is it that we can speak about that links to family. What does the family has to do for them to be in a better position?
Family mustn't be family, I think, in the way we speak about. This is my slight disagreement with the independence.
Okay.
If you have a small anyana brain, if you have no brain, you're fucked. But if you have a small anyana brain and you're struggling, follow good leaders.
Yep. Okay.
Follow good leaders. See people who are able to make things happen and just be like, Grootman, I'm here to offer whatever I can.
What's a good leader?
Please use me. I know it's a very difficult one.
I was
This
about to
is
say.
where now people like us are failing. We're failing to create jobs, absorb, empower. Because telling Umchita who doesn't know how to do anything. I mean, the number of DMs we get of kids wanting to come and edit here, wanting to come and job shadow, they want to come and do camera work, anything. I'll work for free, and we're like, we can't. You can just imagine. We can't tell those people, go start your own podcast. Just go far. They don't know. They're like, Fethu, yindaba ungavele ungifake la.
And if you don't know,
Ngizolala la ekhishini
if you don't know, you don't
Ngizobona
know.
ngenze njani.
If you don't know, you don't know.
So we and I think part of the problem, Debza, there are Debza as well. Part of the problem we have is we have this thing called Ubuntu, which we interpret in some weird way. We have Ubuntu, and then we also consider things like minimum wage and the quality of life. And to be honest, when you're trying to help people, you must throw all of that shit out the window. Umchita mela fike uthi ekuseni uzogidla la phansi. Uzoshaya isinko brown, mase khona ama tea bags fethu, etrinko, uzoshana amanzi la. And then uzovuka ekuseni fethu ukhuzuke.
Shout out to
Mawungafuni fethu buyele emakhaya uyobuka intaba zase Bergville lusa inkomo. But that's what I'll do for you. And this is why people that don't have that heart would hey, this guy can't, they get to do much more than those of us with heart.
Talking about Ubuntu, I just want to do a shout out, and this is me plugging. Shout out to Ubuntu Otolo. He hooked us up with that chin. Sizwe loves this chin, by the way.
You waiting there in Kwanti? You waiting?
Hey, chin. Tell him cut it.
No, neither.
Yeah?
Neither.
Amazing chin.
What's the name?
Yes, David. Take one.
You can go to 12 on Instagram.
Kwantu. Like 10. Kwantu.
Kwanto.
Kwantu, yeah.
I was enjoying it. They even have it. Manji, these guys aren't paying us, but I'm gonna give a shout out.
Wow. They wait.
No, they will look after us. I know they look after us. Shout out to 86 because I know they stock it at 86 as well on public. That's here in Randburg.
Podcast, but guys,
Yeah, I was shy of it.
Okay,
Mwezi, shout out to you. So the guys are gonna look after us. Wandile, Waras, the who else? Kulu, all those guys, they're gonna look after us at 86.
cool.
Yeah,
Great
guys.
podcast.
So yeah. So if anyone else wants to jump on and assist, whether it is drinks, whether it is Iwe, whether it is
We need to do some t-shirt.
merch. So yeah, so we're happy to partner and collaborate with young and up and coming business, with established business. So just please feel free, send us DMs and let's see how we can synergy. What's what?
Ring.
If there's one conversation we need to have almost every day until we can is how do we create enterprises and NPOs to uplift Amajit? And to be honest, it really doesn't need to be 10,000 rand a month, 5,000. It can be nothing. Also, you'll have a place to sleep, you and your woman, whatever. I mean, at some point, I wanted to create a penal kingdom where I invite people to come and work for value, not for money. We really need to think out of the box. We're not, and we're lazy. And every entrepreneur that's up and coming now, it's cute. We've created 40 jobs, we've created 100 jobs. That shit actually means fuck all. If some of us maybe, because I know I want to visit China again, maybe some of us need to go and visit places like India, Pakistan, rural, inland, mainland China, and go and see what the fuck is going on there. I know there's people that are being arrested now. There were some guys arrested in Newcastle. I think it's the Taiwanese in the textiles. There were people here in Joburg. Sometimes you give people jobs and then someone goes and snitches and they're like, you're underpaying and the working conditions. And it's like, how else are we going to create jobs? And funa Pakistan avuli ipaza because but isn't expire and basebenza hours that are not according to labor laws. Where are these fucking jobs going to come from? We're going to need to at some point have a real conversation about exe. Wozala ngizokufukuzisa. But we are registered as a non-profit organization. You are a volunteer. Precisely so that when the law people come, we are like, no, these guys volunteer. And if you guys don't want that, hey, then fuck off, bro, for reals.
Part of the chat as well is a conversation of why aren't men willing to suffer? The Pakistanis, they sleep in that shop by 10, by 15. Look, I'm not condoning that they must sell pub food that is expired.
They are willing to suffer.
But they're not doing it.
No, people suffer up to a point of some comfort.
No, that's the point though. Why are you not extending that? Your comfort must go very, 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 very low.
No, in fact, we here in this room work only as hard as we get to a point of comfort.
Sure.
So our levels are different.
So South African men are programmed
South African
to have a certain
men will
level.
catch a bus and a train from the Eastern Cape to Cape Town.
That's it.
From rural KZN and become a security guard.
it. But the
and
one-
sit outside scarily, Ebambisaki, scared.
Yeah, but
that's
the one
uncomfortable.
walk, yeah.
That's as far as he goes.
But
He doesn't go beyond.
That's not the people we're looking for. That's not the people that you want in what you're speaking about.
No, forget the people that we want. I'm saying come up with a solution. Who buys in, buys in. Who doesn't, it's fine. They must go vote ANC, MK, EFF, and hope for the best.
Sure.
I'm just saying when people are like, we don't have jobs, we're like, guys, we found a solution. So here's a stupid solution. This was from the Pure Monati show with Abo Kagiso, Lediga, Nabo, David Cow, and the guys. Ronnie Inor, Alomidom. Ronnie Modimole. Robert Mugabe, this was a skit. Robert Mugabe in Zimbabwe is like, say, all the people that don't have jobs, one side.
On my left.
Amachita went to the site, but unemployment fixed. So one of the solutions to unemployment is to kill the unemployed, and it's to sterilize poor people, which they're doing now without parental consent to young girls from age 12. Department of Education can inject your poor child at the free school so that she doesn't breed like a rat. Sadly, it's dark, but this is what they're doing. The other one is to
Allegedly.
say we've got limited, allegedly what?
You're not sterilizing little kids.
Bayabajova injection.
Yeah.
You prevent.
They're not sterilizing.
Oh.
Allegedly.
Penson knows better English than I do. Therefore, I think it's prevent rather than sterilize.
Asifuni ukuthi le mali encanyane engena lana ukuthenga ama chips bayithathe.
Hey, bro, in a sterilizer.
My apologies to the government of national unity. I meant prevention, not sterilize. Please bother me. Please
This
bother
person
my...
says, so people must have jobs with no dignity. Just
Fuck
for
dignity.
the sake of having a job.
Fuck dignity.
Fuck dignity.
Who said that?
Fuck
Temba.
Aye, Temba,
Yeah.
come on, check yourself.
No,
bro.
Temba's fine. Thank you, Temba, for raising that.
You must check
I
himself.
want to say fuck dignity.
Yeah.
These are the buzzwords.
Now
Minimum
I don't care about
wage.
dignity.
Minimum wage.
aye.
A working wage.
No, I must
equality of life.
shovel shit to look after yourself and
This
your family.
country is fucked, and the people that are making progress, amazama, amachita rani ipaza, amachita push ama trucks, amachita ayinkabi.
Sure.
All the fuck dignity.
No, dignity
So
is
if
secondary.
dignity is your concern, you're not speaking to.
But here's the
issue.
thing we need to figure out though. People in 94 were told that you guys are going to have dignity.
Yes.
So the issue then becomes, now if I'm gonna be in a democracy and negilwana in apartheid, mutoko spare whatever amount it is go Zimbabwe. Now, you guys said to me, dignity.
What's a
as
job?
as a black South
What's a
African.
job with dignity? And one
No,
without
Majida
dignity?
lela minimum wage. Majida bar. But go restauranting, whatever the amount is because they can threaten them again. The guys are saying, I'm South African, fit. You also want me to work for that little amount. It's unfair on me. I fought for the country, and you guys promised that we're gonna have a nice life post
Yo, I've got
94.
a problem with minimum
So I'm
wage.
just saying that is it is a valid argument because I mean they were promised these things.
I want to understand from Umtimban what he means by jobs with no dignity.
No, you were speaking to what I was saying. Sorry, Caesar, you wanted to say something?
No, I think Debza went to the thing I was about to say, Uti. It's really hard for people, and a lot of people at that in South Africa, to imagine themselves being at the edge of discomfort because obviously the narrative said to you, Uti, you're going to get free education, a decent life, access to healthcare, all of these things, some of which are not happening. So then it's like, but why not told? So there becomes this almost like I'm owed this life, which I'm not getting.
Yes.
So I think for people to get to the point where they realize, Uguti, it's on ourselves to give ourselves a life and not necessarily the government giving us a life. the narrative has to be undone.
Because that was what was
No,
promised to us.
I don't think the narrative should be undone. I think
Is that
people
what
need
you're
to.
saying? That life was promised to us,
because
so now we
it's
haven't
like,
gotten it.
When are we gonna get to a point where you are going to get that job that you think you deserve,
Yeah, you just what
or that life that you think you deserve?
Yeah, I just want to hit something, and I thought maybe we want to speak about it on Convo, but Sizzle was triggering something. You know, once you read about history, you realize a few things, and one of the biggest things that you realize is that life in its purest form is unfair. So there's never been a time in existence where life was fair.
Never.
Being fair has never ever existed in any shape or form. You and I always speak about the 80-20 rule, you know?
Pareto.
Yeah, is it Pareto effect or the Pareto?
Pareto principle.
Pareto principle, you know, so that there will always be, there's never a balance in society.
Please explain. Please explain the principle.
I Penson explain it. I always explain it in a ghetto way. I explain it.
Explain in a getaway.
Explain that.
That 80% comes from.
It explain that. Start school, explain that.
But here's the other thing.
Oh, sure.
It's just as a parting shot. We've had the history that we've had, right? And in apartheid ending, Mandela, as an icon of peace, he came out and he said, let's put the past behind us and try to build moving forward. Ole Sakisane.
To people who didn't want to.
But that's the thing.
The guys didn't even ask for you guys to forgive them.
That's the thing I'm saying. Uguti, in forgiving, there was a promise made, Uguti. Henceforth, kuzoba ngcono.
Yeah.
If we work together.
But the guys didn't ask for us to work together. So Mandela lied to people.
But that's the thing I'm trying to say, Uguti. Yonke Lento has built a certain idea of
you're right, though. I'm
who
fighting
we
for
are,
nothing. Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
as a people and how we ought to live going into the future. And it's unfortunate.
It's tough when you look at that, to forget the past, when some people in the past, they have all these acorns that they've stolen and accumulated in various ways. And when moving forward, they are now utilizing the resource that they
You know, over time, I'm not looking at it stolen anymore. Hey.
Okay, stolen,
I'm looking at it as,
however
The
you want
spoils of war.
What's
Conquest.
when you read about certain businesses, how they were built?
That's fine.
You just
use whatever definition.
Okay.
So let's just hold on to accumulated. Ne?
Sure.
So it's hard when we say, Guti, let's forgive and let's just qala kwa a. Because kwa a, most of us have 0, and kwa a, you've got 20 million. So already you're propelled. So when we made these promises, we're seeing our white counterparts, we're seeing our political nepo babies flying, and then we stuck. And sasifunda nabo, enhlabe sasibahlula academically, sasibahlula in terms of co-curricular, and yet they're the ones that seem like they're thriving. So I understand it from a point of a lot of people feeling disgruntled or feeling a type of way.
Sure.
It makes perfect sense. With that being said, we need to have those honest conversations. We would say, okay, no, sharp, we were sold a lemon here. We were sold a lemon. So whether it won't come from government, you know, because they're the ones that were selling it. But it needs to get to a point where I think every man needs to have a hard look at themselves and say, ain't nobody coming to save me. Whether I vote for the Green Party, the Blue Party, the Yellow Party, the Pink Party, whatever the case may be, no one's coming here to save me in my personal capacity or my family. And again, I like the fact that Umtembana cleared it up. Guti, job equals money equals dignity. And that's what we want. You know, so if you are yearning for dignity, then get yourself a job, regardless of what the job looks like. You know, if it's shoveling shit, if it's feeding pigs, whatever the case may be, so that you can feed your family and be dignified. That's my view.
I think from Ubabu Kukuli.
Yeah.
The Pareto principle from Vilfredo Pareto from Italy. 80-20 states that roughly 80% of effects come from 20% of causes. So for business, 80% of sales often come from 20% of customers. Productivity, 80% of results come from 20% of your tasks. Software development, 80% of software crashes might be caused by 20% of the bugs. Customer relations, 80% of complaints might be from 20% of customers. For other people, you simplify it by saying that we can't all be lions.
We can't.
There'll be 20 lions for
over
80
100
for 80 buck.
Yeah.
So that's the imbalance in nature. And apparently it's a nature principle that
is.
there'll always be a minority who is elite and powerful and strong and smart and has access, and a majority who's just pop and whatever.
And the thing is, no one has got proof of a time where everything was equal. No one has that. And my thing is like, we can chat all we want.
Yeah.
Ultimately, there's this rule that can't be broken. So it's either you make a plan knowing this thing and you decide what should happen.
Come on, ngangena phakathi. You see, so again, shout out to Mtimbane for raising the dignity argument. There's a lot of these terms that are thrown around, of which jobs is one of them. I think it's very misleading, and I think it's political propaganda, because people don't want or need jobs. People don't want or need money. People need a good life, a decent life. How that comes now is debatable, because if you're like, no, but we do need jobs. We didn't have jobs pre-colonial times. No, we do need money. No, we didn't have money pre-colonial times. You're actually just looking for a decent quality of life. And this is what I'm saying, we need to think outside of the box. To what Utebs was saying about history is very correct. When we speak about dignity, we're speaking minimum wage. We're speaking, the working conditions. I'm not being treated like a prostitute. I'm not being fucked in the ass. I haven't been trafficked. But when you find yourself at the bottom of like Amasimba, to be honest, dignity can't be the concern. And you look at people that have achieved some type of success. There's natural talent. You're just fast, you're just beautiful, or whatever. For the rest of everyone else, they go over and above and beyond. They don't do just the hours at school. They go and they do extra maths.
Yeah.
They don't do just this work. They go to work and then they study after hours and then they do extra work. They have a side hustle. They go and they spend time with politicians. They bribe whoever they need to bribe. In all of that, they are going outside the bounds of what is expected and what is right. And they achieve some level of success. We are currently filming, because it's live, at 10 to 8 on a Friday evening. These are not normal working hours. We don't need to be here. The amount of work each of us has to do. I don't have these muscles. Oh, you want me to gym? What about my dignity? Keep your dignity, bafo. Kodwa sahlangana emgwaqeni, koqhuma impama, and then you and your dignity nobona ukuthi nilala kuphi. Yabo so
mara mfethu khawata machi.
So I'm just trying.
Chris Excel.
So I'm trying.
Bese abantu thina sokwazi. Dubula.
So I'm trying. That's Mlotshwa. Zulus.
Dubula.
So I'm just trying to say, when you look at the people that are not beneficiaries of apartheid, not beneficiaries of colonialism, the Malawians, the Zimbabweans, the Mozambicans, the Pakistanis, the Bangladeshis, the Lebanese, all these guys, they came here, many of them illegally so. Many of them did undignified things. Umchita is a chief where he comes from, in a village. He's parking cars. Been given to run. No dignity. Umchita is a qualified somebody where he comes from, but he's fixing tires.
Who's that American comedian who's from Egypt? Snap. And he's a doctor, he's a surgeon. But when he moved to England, to America, his qualification, his medical what didn't translate.
I don't know.
So then he had to find a job and then start again. And there's a person who in Egypt was a surgeon who qualified. What. So sorry.
Similar story to Trezor.
To?
Trezor.
Oh, the single decision. Yeah.
But
okay. You know it's so.
Maybe even speak about Oskido. Guys that came to South Africa and Khuzugd.
Yeah.
Guys, just 2 seconds. Prudence. To Prudence. No, guys. Even us women don't want women on the show.
Boom. Shout out to Prudence.
Guys. Ivote selingihlulile ke.
Awu manje kwakhuluma umuntu wesimame usuyaxolisa.
Awu bese sokwazi
bakhuluma abafowethu awuxolisa.
Bese khuluma ibodo. Phela mina guys
Penson is the problem here.
Umuntu esifazane ngiyamhlonipha.
Hayi ke selo already.
Manje said no woman, mele utshele umfazi ukuthi akusele. Anyway, shout out to Prudence.
Shout out Prudence. Ngiyakuzwa mina mamazi.
Some of the things that black South Africans ridicule foreigners for are undignified, but those are the reasons why the foreigners will get somewhere. We have with balala khona phakathi esiphazi. Yes, they can't afford rent. Angithi nina nifuna life emnandi. Balala khona bashiphela izinkwa. Yes. Basidayisela ukudla sekuzobona.
Yebo.
Yes. Now izamazama mfethu ifika ilale ngapha. Usia tells us ukuthi izamazama mfethu stays underground for a year. I still can't fathom that in my fucking mind. What part of dignity is that? Clean my toilet. Pakistan ilivule isiphaza ngo-6 ekuseni. Ngo-6 thola amagwinya. Pakistan ilivale yabona njengamanje it's almost 8 o'clock. Pakistan isazopusha for another 2 hours till 10. Bavula every single day. Bavula every single day. 365 days a year. It doesn't matter what's going on. Abanasi isikhathi sama-labor laws ne-dignity salwa during the struggle. Phela, you know, white people, because they realize ukuthi we are fucked.
Njengase-summit nase-royal 365.
And part of the problem is the so-called leaders in this country are not having honest conversations. China to become a superpower. Look at China. China was built off extreme suffering, famine, sweatshops. Yeah. Even now, their laws are very oppressive to our freedom.
Spanner 24 hours.
America was built off slavery. You want to compete with America, but you're not comfortable with having slaves.
Look at India as well.
Germany, one of the top 3, top 4 economies in the world. We know Nazi Germany. They were enslaving Jews, putting them in concentration camps. Amabunu in this country were in concentration camps thanks to the British. You look at India, to what you're saying with the caste system. So if we're not having these chats with umuntu ekuse, for example, I do calf raises. As black South Africans generally asinikezwangi ipotries
ihluzu
naturally. Amabhunu mfethu ashaya mfethu beautiful calves. We don't have. At some point we have these conversations it's genetics. You know, and Tony Manderich speaks about this in a nice motivational clip on productivity, that a lot of people use excuses like genetics. Debza is brilliant at science. Penson is brilliant at sprints. I'm not good at science. I'm not good at sprints. Ukebza uyavuka mfethu makuyobhalwa exam. Awuye nje anike ikhanda mfethu abuye no 90%. More. Upenson mfethu egqoka i-overall mfethu ufika agijime mfethu 10.8 ukushela.
Shukudle yayenza example that he knows ukuthi uTebza.
Yeah, when yakhe example is false. Yeah, right.
Kuthi athi uTebza.
Uthebza uthola 90% of-Afrikaans. Meneer van Rensburg. Sorry if that's a bit of a sore point. I realized,
say space. I want to say space.
How do you pronounce Van Rensburg? Yeah,
Trapper
van Trap.
Sure.
I'm trying to build calves. I'm speaking for too long. Let me shut it down.
Okay.
I'm trying to build calves, and I've realized genetically, naturally, we don't have calves. If someone is naturally gifted at something, the person who's not, the only difference and the only way to get there is to work harder. So if the calf exercises on Google say do 20 calf raises a day, that's geared towards Ungame with natural calves. I have to do 200.
Yeah. Yeah.
So similarly, if we're fighting against certain economies, certain nations, the Jews, the Muslims, maybe go and study their histories. But you will need to work 3, 4, 5, 10 times as hard. You need to suffer. You can't wear Cavel. You can't wear Gucci. You can't drink expensive alcohol. You're going to need to go through some level of struggle, dog. Otherwise, you will be left behind.
People don't want to struggle.
Dignity.
People don't want to struggle.
There's no dignity in struggle.
People do not want to struggle.
I'm going to say something so profound right now.
Oh, again.
I'm not going to give
Yes.
What I regret as it comes out of your mouth, just
I
like
apologize. I apologize for always saying profound things.
My bad. I messed up.
Intellectualism.
Intellectualism is penulism.
Intellectualism. Penizos also. Come on. Shit.
Penny bafana. Ahora, Penny ke bona mafona Anton re Penny. La bona ba ba yang nya.
Oh, I thought. Let's speak. What are you guys talking about? Lipstick.
Yeah, in 1940.
The founder of lipstick was Lipschitz.
What? Lipstick.
Lipschitz. Lipschitz was the original inventor of the... You know, back in 1924, according to the theory of... Like, say, he didn't have a party. He didn't have a party.
I'm very
Penson. You know many people have access to Penson.
Oh, yes, I don't understand this. Young black kids can't start businesses because they can't afford minimum wage to pay their employees minimum wage. How am I gonna fucking run a business? I can't afford the rent and to pay minimum wage. I can't meet compliance. I can't pay tax.
Fact.
Again, these guys don't pay tax. They break all the laws.
They just start.
But in a dignity.
So Upen was chatting about Uguti, you must study the history of.
Yeah.
And then earlier in the chat, you were saying, Uguti, as the quote unquote leaders coming up, you know, Uguti, we have a job to do. And I think a lot of it is in, again, going back to social media, not being authentic.
Sure.
So it's very hard for the young guys that are coming up, or even the older guys who are struggling, to study the history when the history is just fugazi.
No, apartheid.
No, but I'm just saying. No, but I'm saying, let's look at right now with Mkwanas, what, and we see so many names coming up.
Sure.
Ne? So I'm trying to study that person that I've looked up to. He's come up, and I'm trying to see his struggle. But I'm seeing he just started a business and became successful. I was given 1 grain of rice, and from that 1 grain of rice, I managed to turn it into rice.
What do you know?
Who changes the rice into wine?
What's Ufusipet used to sleep in his car because he couldn't afford an office.
Oh yeah, rent, yeah.
Sure. So I let him motweni, and then he built his empire.
Okay.
Manje Uti is the highest paid speaker on the African
Pursuit
continent.
of happiness, the guy sleeping in the toilet. So okay. I'm saying, and I'm not talking about Ufusite Mgwai, so I just want to be very clear.
No, he's normally trolled in terms of public motivational speakers.
No, but I'm saying
I start with a grain of rice.
Yes, so I'm just saying a lot of it, you're very right in the saying of study the suffering that a lot of these successful groups have gone through to get to where they are. And the challenge that I've picked up from a lot of people is that we will be successful, but you can't study the history because the history has been, there's a lie.
Sure.
It was kudu. All of a sudden, this guy, Lamborghini. How did you get there? They'll just say tenders. I can tender where I'm a nothing, saying to tender where I can buy a Lamborghini. Sure. Or procurement. Clean. So again, it is up to us.
Thank you, sir.
It is up to us, this young or the new generations coming up, to try and be as authentic as possible, and in that being vulnerable as well. So whether we're talking about relationships and the challenges of relationships,
sure,
or we're talking about money and the fact that, hey chief, mina nginaimali noodles, angazi school fees, I haven't paid it in 3 months, where the guys that are coming up can say, oh snap, I can relate fully because I'm going through similar challenges. Not to say, I had a grain of rice and then I'm now a multi-millionaire. And I think that's where the dissonance is happening.
If you just work hard. Stay focused, my boy.
Yeah, but because people need to see and understand what suffering looks like. A lot of people don't know that. We're just seeing these results and we're like, but I've been training, I've been running, I've just, how is it that this person is losing weight? How is it that also out of nowhere, I haven't seen the struggle. Yeah. And I think that's where it's on us. Shout out to Mabukado. Mabukado. Khutman Penson, I'd like to sit down, talk to you. I'm willing to pay. UJ student.
Yeah,
UJ student. You J student, we should don't cook my noodles.
Axiama noodles.
Mama.
I used to feel guilty charging students.
So now I must get his where is what?
These kids buy Jordans.
Yeah.
These kids go clubbing. These guys take chicks out.
But
And if you know you're gonna give them something of value, charge them.
Bukado, I'm happy to sit down with you. The charging thing is
noodles.
no. Well, no. I doesn't even have to charge me. We'll have a sit down. We'll chat. Yeah.
Debza, there's something you wanted to speak about. I'm just not sure how comfortable you are and if it might slightly change the tone. Forgiving parents.
Oh, is that where you wanna go now?
Go for it.
Oh. Shit, I want to. Okay, no, but
You can take a breath, and just count to 5.
I think we'll speak about it on the other side.
You don't want to talk about it here?
No, we can speak about it here.
How long is this live going for?
It's 2 hours now.
But how long are we planning to do live for?
I don't know. I think
We should have a cutoff at
30
some
more
point
minutes.
with the live. 30 more
I
minutes?
think 30 more
Eggs,
minutes.
you fine?
Yeah, 30 more minutes.
So
Let's
at
say 30
half
more
past 8,
minutes.
we'll shut it down.
Yeah, and then we cut it.
45 minutes. Yeah.
No.
30 minutes. 8:30, we're cutting it.
No.
I think a lot of kids hold on to a lot of trauma, and they go into their relationships, them being fathers, them being married husbands, and they're not letting go of whatever issues they have with their parents. Because I think forgiveness heals you, and not necessarily the person that has, wounded you. And if you carry on with that wound, ilemaza wena.
Okay.
And I think I know a lot of guys that have serious issues with their parents, like a lot of guys, man.
But just before you go into the parents thing, so forgiveness heals you.
Yeah, you, the individual, forget the person that.
Is the person not apologizing? Is the person, when you say forgiveness?
I think even if they don't apologize, for you to move on.
Yeah, maybe the issue, because I have a problem with this. I think the problem is the word forgiveness.
Oh, okay.
I don't think what we're speaking about is forgiveness.
Sure.
I think there's a concept of letting go that
I
is
was about
necessary.
I was about to
let
say,
go.
yeah,
Yeah.
letting go, not
Lento ukuthi I forgive you. It's
I mean, I'm
yabalimaza abantu. Uthi
okay.
I forgive you. Athi umuntu forgive me for what?
yo,
Hey, mase aqale phansi akuthunule.
From there, what cook
Yo.
was
Ah.
I'm King Petty.
Inkinga ukuthi useless. Vele and you're like, "Oh fuck."
Yo,
So I think it's I think they mean let go, but they use the term forgiveness for your healing.
Yeah. Okay, let's use that word. Because I know a lot of guys, man, that, out of 18 of my 40, 35, it's a khala namanja, but whatever decisions parents have taken
Made.
on their behalf, or, made on their behalf.
when they were still young or whatever the case may be.
And it really impacted them, So I urge Amachit, and I want to hear your guys' opinion about what are we using? Letting go.
Letting go.
Letting go of whatever pain parents have inflicted on you.
Shout out to Hope
Yeah.
Mwakamui watching from Botswana. Please carry on.
Crazy.
Please invite us to Botswana. Super happy, super ready.
I
say Botswana, bro.
So I'd prefer Debs of Ezu before you ask
luck,
us.
good luck,
I'd
good luck.
like you to unpack your feelings.
Okay.
What you'd like to share regarding this topic.
Man. It's gonna get too deep, man, Mlotshwa.
Kanti, what was the point? Was it not for it to get deep?
Yeah, but to a certain extent.
Mfethu, there's a reason why you wanted us to talk about this.
You guys are
Mind
very
it's
close to each
cute.
other.
It's cute for you to be like, what do you guys think? And I'm saying, just say, Bafethu, mina le topic yang limaza. This is how I feel.
Sure.
What do you guys think? Do you agree? Disagree?
Yeah.
If you agree, sure. If you disagree,
There's a time where you guys nearly kissed even. You guys were very close.
I think parents make certain decisions without fully realizing the impact that it will have on the kid. And what I've come to realize is that, our parents even make the decision on the fact that they think it's the best thing to do at that time.
Of course.
They don't think that it will have a certain impact on the kid as they grow up, And I think maybe it's more of a parent conversation more than actually the kid. As I'm thinking about it now,
no, the perpetrator. DJ Cleo was here and he spoke about that his mom, he's never seen his mom crying. And he spoke about his understanding of his flops that his parents made, including like his father, and fucked up his tooth because of a misunderstanding. You're trying to address specifically parents who take say when it comes to your kids.
Yeah. I think parents, before they make certain decisions, whether it's a decision about, could be schooling, you made a hectic, my third one is what you spoke about. The thing we spoke about earlier, that I don't know if it was you and your friend, you guys were being naughty, and you guys had a school trip the next day. Your friend, they said don't go on the trip. You already took Shaile and said go on the trip. The impact on that child, they never played rugby anymore. You still carried on. Because of those two decisions. One had a serious impact on you. You still back Shaile, but the next day you still went on.
The consequence I still felt, but the approach was very different.
Yeah. So I think parents, before they make drastic decisions on whatever is going to impact that child, they need to rethink about it.
Must they consult?
Yeah.
Who must they consult?
Could be their brothers, their sisters.
Other parents as well.
Other parents.
School.
But look, I want to make this decision about this kid. Is it the right decision to make?
So you're saying parents must consult more often?
Yeah.
So that it becomes a collective. Which I want to ngakupula ingalo. Sasivumelene about 20.
Sure.
Yeah. So before hating me, hate.
Yeah, and I know you're the parent. You don't have to consult. I mean, this is my kid. I can do whatever I want. But I think as you get older, you're like, this was wrong.
You think we don't consult enough?
No, we don't. Definitely don't. I'll tell you now, my best friend is Google.
But
Google.
Oh.
I'll Google and I'm consultant. With almost every decision, I'm like, it's ChatGPT again. What are the scenarios of making this decision? And what does it look like?
My father has passed on back in 2020.
R.I.P. to your dad.
Not from COVID, just before COVID.
As well.
I don't know.
The time I passed away in February 2020, and then right after he died, he decided to bless us with lockdown. He wanted the whole world to mourn his death, and he shut everything down. That fucking motherfucker. It's time I felt to Lal Nokshai Oleti, and Lal Nokshai named Omzake as well. And I remember addressing him a few years before he passed on, addressing mistakes that I think he made. Getting him to agree, disagree, and where he disagrees to explain. He didn't explain it the way I'm going to articulate it now, but this is how I understood it. Itama grew up in a different time where umuntu wesimame uyamkhuza, my bad. Uyamkhuza a few times, miss uyamshaya. Ngiyakhuza, yakela. Now in our generation, we have a similar story in terms of our children. We grew up in a time where ingane uyayikhuza, miss uyayishaya. From 2017, it is now illegal to hit your child. And many people will kick and scream. I mean, I'll fucking hit my child. Those people need to understand there are men that feel like that in terms of hitting women. But part of it becomes, mawungamshayi umfazi, angeke akuhloniphe. And a group of men will consult and agree with each other. And one guy who's woke is going to be like, bafethu ungabashaya abantu besimame, yazi ku wrong, siyabalimaza. And then his woman's going to go cheat on him. Sithi yabo? Ingoba udedela induku, buka manje. So all this just to say, even with the consulting, we need to consider that we live in a society of many broken people. And sometimes when you consult from broken people and they all agree on the same thing, it may not necessarily be the right answer. It may not be the right solution. But they must consult so that sonke sasikwenza at the very least. Hayi ukuthi bonke abafowethu babengashaya kwakushaya wena wedwa. Hayi dog. No.
I love the fact that you use the word letting go, because I think, staying on the topic of my Bali, one of the things that used to really get me angry is when Ulunga used to say, I need to forgive him.
I used to say you must forgive him.
Back in the day.
Hey, I'm sorry if I ever said that. I don't remember saying that.
No. sometimes the igama and the meaning might be two different things.
Sure.
You know, because what you were meaning was let certain things go. You know, for the longest time, bro, I had a huge because my experience, you know, like the way that I experience you is not the same way that Usizo experiences you or how Penol experiences you. We all experience you differently, you know, and my experience of Itaima was horrible. So when you're talking about people letting go of that with their parents, depending on their experience of that parent and the psychological scars that they have, you know, because I've got deep father issues, bro, like deep, to the point where it's changed not just the parenting, but how my relationship, everything, where you try and literally be the exact opposite of who he was. And he then becomes not your North Star, your South Star, because you're trying to run away from that. And in the changing of the language with time, and again, being privileged, being guided by an older brother, being guided by family, where you just have to let certain things go and agree to disagree, you know, because he would say, go speak to him and understand the thinking. And I was like, your experience of him grants you that privilege to have a sit down and a conversation. My experience of him and our relationship, there will be blood. Konozo limala somehow, because it's a different relationship. So in the guidance that I got was, okay, should you not want to sit down, let certain things go. Because then they're going to end up having control and power over you. You know, you feel like it was wrong. He might or might not, or whatever the case is, also agree. So let it go and do what's best for you. So when I talk to parents, I'm saying, you will fuck up your kids. The way that you speak about your daughter, in everything that you do, rest assured there'll be things that you do that will fuck up your daughter.
100%.
With what he's saying around consultation, you might consult like-minded people and you'll still consider fucking up your daughter. Yeah. But I think if your heart and your intention is in the right place, then you can't carry that. Because I know with my own old lady, there's so much toxicity in my life, but from her point, she was doing the best that she could do. Yeah. From her point, she was like, Yabona, as an old lady, this is exactly what I need to do. Hello, when's 1, 2, 3 minutes, when's XYZ. So in her own view, in her own upbringing, in her own vision or version of being a mother, she did everything. Goda, my results of that was toxic for me, bro. And I hated it. But I had to learn to let go and actually understand Uguti. She is not perfect, the same way I'm not perfect. She's flawed. She's not the Mother Mary. No, I'm. Let certain things go, bro.
You have to. I think I've got certain wounds from my parents' decisions. I'll speak about them. I don't think I'm ready. Maybe I'll be ready in the next 5-6 years. But I had to let go. Because I realized that these things don't yield for a very long time. So I'm like, okay, Ntwana, it's time. You need to pull back. Like, Ntwana, look, you made this decision. It's okay. We spoke about it.
Yeah.
I ironed it out. But there's still that.
That
thing that's still there, you know?
What's the gap between you and your brother?
Ntwana,
yeah.
It's 2021, man. It's 2025. He's 25 now.
Well, that's a huge gap.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a huge
gap.
So with me and Lunga, it's a 3-year older brother gap. Yeah. So you can imagine the comparisons. So I'm getting compared to your older brother, not just out there, but in here at home, from Oleti, from Itaima, and you are losing in every way. And then you realize, as I've gotten older, they doing that not to break me, their intentions, even though
to motivate.
They thought that they were motivating me. But at that time I was so young because they didn't break it down. To a point where you start resenting him. Who's just carrying on living his best life? You know? And you start resenting him and you start resenting them, you start resenting the whole world because you're constantly being compared with the person who's 3 years older than you. Of course I'm gonna flop because he's more mature. So those type of things you learn with time, which I have to let go. And again, I'm in a different space, and I understand I'm privileged because I can chat to him, and he's not the same like other older brothers. Because other older brothers might have taken advantage of that, you know. So for me, ukhuliswa from Ikhrodman is very different. So to those guys who are still holding on to that pain and still holding on to that comparison and the grudge and the resentment, yeah.
You need to. You know, I remember this is not linked to parents. I remember when I am 2 years ago. He said to me, "You know, you always leave me." I'm like, "Hey, what do you mean?" It's like, you know, it's like, you know, every time you leave, you're spanning. I didn't feel good because I always wanted to spend time with you, but you were constantly leaving me because you believe in business, but it was hurting me. And I'm like, because I'm being spanner to make sure you are good. He's got the best resources in Donayam because of me. I made sure with Donayam. Because when I went to some film school, I don't want to mention it. When I went to that film school, so in Donayam, when he went into the space that he's in, I'm like, Ntona, I need to struggle. You have the best PC, you have the best of everything.
Sure.
But for him, it's like, Ntona, but you're leaving.
You would have preferred to be by your side.
Yeah?
You would have prepared to be by your side.
Yeah. Young John, for him, it's like, in fact, you left fed up about this nice PC, laptop, yeah, sharp. But I'm not going to
Sure.
They got my game, C2, we're playing Need for Speed together, you know. And manje, I've got the best things, but manje, Tina.
One of the biggest mistakes we make as parents is rewarding our children for unearned things that were actually meant for us. When I was 16, I was working so hard for this thing. I wish someone could have given me this.
That PlayStation.
So then when I get to an age, I'm like, you're 16,
give my child this.
Here's this thing, but it's unearned. It's a huge mistake. This is generally what we call spoiling kids, and it messes them up.
Yeah.
I do this exercise every now and then where it's on both sides. Number one, when I engage my children, I figure out, 7. And then I do a snapshot of when I was 7. This is how I chat to my kids. Otherwise, you speak in the air. When I was 7, this is how the world looked. This is what I was thinking. This is what was going on. What are you up to? What are you thinking? At that time, I wanted to be Michael Jackson. You listen to music and what. So I don't try to connect as an elder.
Yeah.
I try to connect as whoever I was at that level. Age.
Yeah.
I do it on the other side where, and Penson knows this because I do it in the family group. Every now and then I do this thing of trying to figure out how old my parents were when they had me, and also at my age where they were in their lives. Just to be like, hey, you know, at this age, at least with my father, I was around 8.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, that's around that age. I'm like, oh shit. So that was me. And then I'm like, what was the timer doing at that time? Okay, Bespana, he just quit his job. He was starting to gain weight. I'm like, okay, so that's one of the things I must fight. At that point, he started letting go or whatever. Part of what that exercise does, which is what a lot of us don't really know, is all our parents are living life for the first time.
Yeah. They are being parents for the first time.
They don't know what the
They're being
fuck they
50
do.
for the first time, 55 for the first time, 70 for the first time.
Next. I think my parents had me 16, 17, 18.
Damn.
That's really early.
16.
Because- no, I mean, if you think about it, yes, the times might have been different. But
No, it's very young.
yes,
They were children.
exactly. So it's you're imagining the responsibility of having to
16 in daughter.
exactly when
And they're
16,
living in apartheid.
you were probably daydreaming. But when they were 16, we're thinking, this all must have clothes, this all must have food, this all must be safe. That kind of responsibility is way different.
Yeah.
And it's that thing where it takes you being a parent to understand what being a parent is. You can never take it from someone saying, hey, that's good thing. Like, bro, mina ngiyahamba ngiyolala because I don't have some thing in Kalelayo. Like, I can't imagine it. You know what I mean? I can't, like, mangivuka ekuseni, I don't have that responsibility to shoulder and be like, hey, azingiphilela ingane yami namhlanje. I don't have it.
Sure.
But the day mhlambe ngiba nayo, I'll understand it. So it's that thing where when you start to understand those things, then mhlambe kuba easier, you know.
But there also has to, even without kids, a point where, because just going back to what Utebs was saying, in where you feel your parents might have fallen short, where you need to unpack that.
But also, I think certain things you must. I watched the thing this morning. It's by this American Bali who's a clinical psychologist.
Is he famous?
He's famous.
The podcaster?
Jordan Peterson.
Yes.
Oh, I
And
thought
he
you want to
was
speak about
talking
Andrew Huberman.
No, Jordan Peterson.
Dr. Jordan Peterson.
Yes. He
He's
was
sick, by the way.
He's been sick.
Yeah,
He's been sick for years.
He was talking about the gift of articulation, right? And how it is important for human beings to have articulation. And I think articulation lends itself to life in generally, in that if you don't have it, then you can't navigate certain things in your life. So even getting to the point of like letting go of certain things. Imagine a bro who's just overwhelmed with people who are also just nabo, cannot get to the point of letting go of things.
The
It
thing about
becomes a way of being for him, because it's like this thing is all around me. It's like as far as they articulate.
the thing about articulation, for those that are interested, it speaks to processing.
Yes. it's
So
like,
so
how
before
do
you can
process?
articulate something, can you process it? Before you can process it, can you replay a scenario? And I think a lot of people, especially in traumatic scenarios,
Yes.
they just want to package it, sweep it under the rug, and forget about it.
Maybe not once, but it's like
Or it's a coping mechanism.
Yes.
I think that is
You know.
privilege. I think the two of you have that. I think the common thread that you guys have is
Yeah.
this thing of articulation, and I think most amachita, man, they struggle with it. It's him, and it's tough. Even if you believe in something, but okay, unpack this thing. Hey, Baba, so after 20 years, which we
But I think a lot of it is because people aren't replaying this in their mind.
it's because they don't feel the need to articulate
so
it.
if you're watching, let's say you are a huge sports fan, and you're watching the game that played last week, Man United versus Liverpool, whatever the case is. When you're watching it live at that time, it's a lot of it is emotion that is driving you. So you're not analyzing the game as a soccer analyst. Should you re-watch that game again a week later, 2-3 times, you'll then start seeing the game for what it truly was.
yes.
You know? And I think in that processing, if someone then says, speak about that game, you can then articulate it a lot better once emotion has been removed out of that space. You see what I'm trying to say?
Sometimes someone has to incite that experience for you.
That's my privilege. And that's what I've always said, because people don't have a penwell in their life.
Yes.
You know, so I've always had that. Shout out. Hey. Oops. So again, that's the difference. And that's what we're trying to do with AMAGENTS, where we become those older brothers that say, hey, I know you love the Springboks. And when you watch that game, you're full of emotion. So the way you remember it is very emotive. Rewatch the game now that you know the outcome, now that you know everything, and try and be analytic in how you watch it. So that when you are articulating the game, once emotion has been removed, it is now clear.
This is linked to what Caesar used to say. You can't heal what you don't reveal. But machita baya.
Sorry.
Abari by twana ka mohara.
Ngeke uyireveal ungayiprocess boy,
I-
because you need to play it over and over until wena self. Once you've watched it enough or you've played it enough, then from there,
We sat with the late Eusebius Makaiser,
wash up.
and he spoke about many things, but part of what we touched on was crying. And we spoke about how men don't cry. And I said to him, a big part of the problem is that most people can only characterize crying in one way,
Sure.
through tears. And I was like, men might be crying every single day. But if you only understand crying to be with tears, Lomchitalo that just beat up his woman, This guy that just stabbed the guy 10 times.
He's crying.
This guy
He's crying.
is crying. And
crying.
we need the psychologists and the more educated and the empaths, where possible, to try and help people articulate what they might not even be seeing themselves. Because most people will never be able to reveal. They were never trained. They just don't have the ability. And it's for the smarter people in society to try and assist.
I'm not
where they
opening
fall
this up
short.
as a new topic, and I don't want to talk about the I don't want to say the subject line, but I know that a lot of people will read into it. With bullying that happens a lot at schools, né? And we obviously feel for the victims. But I think we need to get to a point as society where we look at the perpetrators and say, what form of crying are they doing? We need to focus on the victims and get justice and get healing and everything. But for you to go and do certain
I'm fine.
dark things
Aye.
tells me
Yes.
mentally where you are.
Yeah.
And that also is a cry for help. You know, that is also a form of saying, I don't know what to do. I don't know. This is the only way I can express myself, through violence, through
Maybe
toxicity.
you were beaten
through-
and that's all you know.
You
Just
know,
like these men who get involved in
know,
funky type of sexual fetishes
100%.
because they were...
Just Living says crying is not masculine.
Yeah, okay, sure. So, okay, for them. And
I'll respond to that.
What the pen was saying was just maybe people cry in different ways. That's how I understood it. So again, when we see these spaces, when we see in the toxicity of a lot of us and brothers and etc. doing GBV, whatever the case may be, the first thing is the victim, and we need to do what's right for the victim. But also at the same time saying, Wuti, for you to react in this way, were you maybe verbally abused, emotionally abused, psychologically abused, to a point where you broke? Because a lot of good guys are the ones that are beating up women as well. It's not just bad guys, a lot of good guys as well. After we focus on the victim, secondary to that, are you maybe emotionally abused? Are you maybe verbally abused? Are you maybe psychologically abused to a point where you've broken, and now you are acting out like this? And I don't think we do that well enough as society.
Mhlambe intwana eshawa kanjalo nje at home.
All the time.
Hey,
So in the conversation,
Mlotshwa, sorry. I remember in primary school, there was this kid, Ukhoto. He stayed in the Hudekasi, Tembisa. His mother was a teacher.
Yeah.
It was in Teacher King Primary, Tembisa. And the mother was a teacher at the school. Yo, mntwana like bakamshaya in front of us. Yes. And I'm like, yo, mntwana like for like 4 years, at least mntwana, do the week will not pass, mntwana. I'm shy, mntwana. And until this day, I'm asking myself, like, what happened? Because I didn't get in contact with him in high school. Like, I've never known since primary. I'm like, yo, the old lady, the anger that she had.
Where is it coming from?
Yeah, man. Till today, I'm like, yo, I'm already in front of the school, I'm shy.
Like, but
why?
it's crazy because we're not ready, or we're not willing to have these conversations. We are quick to say crying is not masculine, or you should never do this, or should never do that. And we agree on certain things and disagree on certain things, but we never go to the cause of it, you know. Because if you've got flu and you've got if you got a sore throat and your nose is running, those are symptoms of a bigger problem. And
Your body's crying.
your body's crying, but we're not going into the crux. What is happening in your life? What is happening? And I think that's what you used to speak about, especially a lot with Mlotshwa. Understand him so that you can understand his behavior.
And myself, I was doing it selfishly for me.
You know, so, but I'm just saying, because I'm still holding on to hating him without understanding him. You understand what I'm trying to say? And once I got to a point where I'm like, okay, I better understand the little that I need to understand, it allows me to now let go. And I can articulate that because I've processed that. You know, I've processed the generation, I've processed what he's gone through, I've processed his challenges, I've processed his shortfalls. And because I've played it 1,000 times, I'm then saying, okay, sharp, I can then let go certain things.
2 points. Number one, Patrick Bet-David speaks about the 3 relationships that a boy has with his father. The first one is that he idolizes him. Dad is a superhero, so amazing. My dad can beat up your dad. The second one is
I
he
never had
demonizes
that.
his father.
Label.
When you start realizing your father's
The
flops,
teenage years.
this guy was hurting my mom.
Yeah.
This guy was a player. This guy's got kids outside. Whatever.
Sure.
And then normally when the guy gets older, then he humanizes
Starts to understand.
his father when he starts saying, oh shit. Because you start hearing people saying about you the same things they used to say about your father. You abusive. You're reckless. Men like you, and you're like, this is the same shit they used to say about that nigga. And you start humanizing. We tell just living.
Yeah, just living.
So just living, in my opinion,
Yeah.
is right. It is not masculine to cry. It is not something that I endorse for boys and for men. Number one, because society doesn't know what to do with vulnerable men. And they tend to
have no
really,
idea.
really hurt you more.
Yeah.
With that being said, to what we were saying earlier, crying does not have to look the way it does. No, Fetu, don't do that. We are slaza, now we are slaza, don't do that.
But that's wrong already.
I hear you. What I would suggest is we need to start speaking, and this is part of the conversation we had with Eusebius Makaiser. We need to encourage men to have alternative ways of crying. So crying could be hitting a punching bag, it could be running long distance, it could be going to the gym and lifting weights, it could be getting drunk with a machita, whatever the case may be. But the point is you need to release. But the idea of switching on a camera on social media, society will
Will Smith.
whack you. Yeah, society will whack you and it may make things worse. So if when society changes and is more accommodating of male vulnerability, then I'll be
Cry
like,
to that extent.
cry like that, it's fine.
Okay.
But until then, I'll tell young boys, because a little girl in grade 2 will slap a little boy in grade 2. Then the little boy will slap her back. You know who's gonna get in trouble.
Yeah.
Then the boy's gonna cry, and then it's gonna be like, why are you crying? Boys don't cry. It's gonna be like, what the fuck, bro? So I don't wanna teach that boy, it's like, say, this is how you do it, Donayam. If this happens, then it's almost a similar argument to punishing women for a man. Don't punish women the way that mhlambe you naturally want to, or the way that you would say, but she slapped me, I had to slap her back. It's like, hey, Donayam, I know. I'm shy, Ntwana.
Do we not cry
It's
until
only
we
man.
normalize it?
No, I don't agree with that, because
So-
I've seen what happens. I'm just speaking to just living.
I fully agree on the consequence or the repercussions of crying. Fully agree. Yeah, one. Because I never knew how to cry. I cry now. Oh, I cry now. And it's in a space where obviously it's relatively safe. People have understanding, but it's not the same as a Will Smith or people where I get judged.
Sure.
So
Hey, I have that as well, man.
So I understand, Uguti. I can't cry in a society that doesn't understand my pain.
So you can cry with a woman that you
So
feel safe.
I can cry in spaces where I feel safe and they understand it. And how do I know that I understand? Because I see a change in behavior post that situation and an understanding. So it is a very challenging one living in the sense of I believe that men should cry.
Yeah.
But I agree with Ulunga in the sense of society still doesn't understand it. You know, it's still seen as weakness.
Yeah.
They still use it to manipulate. You know, so they still make fun and what's. But I'd also like to get to a point where it gets normalized.
Yeah.
And where guys can actually be vulnerable. Because we see too many brothers taking their lives because they can't express themselves and their vulnerabilities.
It's even more important for black men and black South African men to not cry, because we're already at the bottom of the food chain. And once we start crying, we actually tell the whole world how feminine we actually are, where the rest of the world is not doing that.
I
think you must-
don't know.
no,
I disagree.
no. I think you must find a
think-
safe space with someone where you can cry. I think the very same men that you think don't cry, they've got a safe space where they cry.
So I'm not speaking about that. Penson raised it and it's okay.
No.
He's speaking about
I'm
normalizing
saying-
crying.
I'm saying the exact opposite.
No,
I'm saying
normalize
men should
crying
cry.
with a safe space.
No,
with
no.
a person where it's a safe space.
Sure.
Human beings don't just cry with anyone.
I'm saying black men who are at the bottom need to get to a point where they acknowledge I'm at the bottom. I'm at the bottom.
With someone that is a safe space, Mlotshwa.
Forget that. I wish it could be normalized where we accept we're at the bottom of the food chain. we accept. We're at the bottom. Siyakhala, we show vulnerability. We're at the bottom.
Let me try and help
and
both
then
of you.
try as best as I can to climb as high as we can.
Let me try and help
But we
both
can't
of you.
pretend. And the problem is that guys are just pretending, bro.
I think what you guys are trying to say is we need to create more safe spaces.
I'm not saying that.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Oh,
Can I just
no,
ask?
that's what I'm not saying.
Is it not maybe a better thing to say, because Kingpin said people cry in different ways, right?
Sure.
Is it not maybe a better proposition to say, understand first what your version of crying is, so that then once you are, because I think a lot of people are also turned off by the idea of themselves crying.
That's true.
That's true.
So even just the idea of Wuti, I have to get into that space with myself where I'm confronting these feelings is daunting. So identify first mhlambe ukuthi wena ukhala kanjani, so that you're familiar with your way of crying and then graduate.
So
true.
I'm happy for us to disagree on this point, but I want to double down.
Yeah.
I personally don't want black men on the African continent to be crying and for the world to see them crying.
People don't do that already.
That's okay. I don't want them to do it. I don't want us to normalize anything like that.
But I'm
What?
saying it has never been normalized.
I said I'm happy
anywhere,
for us
though.
to disagree.
No, but we can't disagree on something that's a fact.
I'm gonna
though,
double
Mlotshwa.
down.
It
What's a
doesn't
fact now?
happen anywhere. We don't see men crying, whether you're
You're not
pink,
hearing what I'm
yellow, or
saying.
white.
So Penson asked the question, should we not normalize? That's what I'm speaking to.
Okay, sure.
Thank you, sir.
Sure.
I don't want black men and black men on the African continent to be seen crying. I think men from Russia, men from China, some of these leading nations, they are not seen as crying. They're seen as problem solvers and the rest.
Sure.
My interpretation of that is that they do cry in safe spaces. The safe space could be his wife, his feminine wife. Cries in front of his kids. He cries with his boys in a safe space. We never see it. You never see Putin crying. But if you were to ask his wife, this nigga cries all the time.
Sure.
Which is why I was trying to say, I think we need to normalize more safe spaces. What that means is your mother should not copy what society is doing. Your woman should not be, what are you like? No, you must be safe for me so that I don't do it there. Because we can't be showing the world there that's no. Asikhale la mfethu ekucashekeni. Sikhale whether it's literal crying or punching bags or whatever it is. I'm just against, because it's this thing of crying is not masculine. I think it's speaking from a societal perspective.
Okay.
I think Russian men become vulnerable. I think the drug dealers, gangster guys become vulnerable in the right space. And I'm just saying, I think we need more of those spaces, and they must be safe. A therapist or whatever would say, "Abola, sifike sishayile shandisa." And mawuphuma le, makushuba siyafa, don't cry. Thula uthi, go right. Funeral. Makhaya ntwana yami at a funeral. Maybe your mom. Maybe we'll allow, but don't cry at a fucking funeral. Mhlampe ithi ingisala itoilet if it's sisam. Cry like a bitch there. No one must hear you, but mawuphuma. Let's not do this. This is my opinion. And like I said, I'm happy to. I don't want. And I'm like, I don't think this is a good look, because it becomes an Achilles heel for people that are trying to attack us.
Nah, I'm also doubling down. So with that, I think gents should cry.
Hi, the funeral one.
I think gents should cry, and I think it speaks to what we've always spoken about: suicide. To me, it's a level of vulnerability, and I see too many guys trying to be brave even when they shouldn't be brave. I know guys who are in relationships where they are being abused, emotionally, psychologically, whatever the case is, and that space is not safe for them to be vulnerable. And much like a lot of females who, because they've got no safe space, they end up going on social media, and we call it toxic, whatever the case
social media has become a safe space for women.
It's become
For everyone.
so I'm saying, Uti, a lot of people are going through the most. And when we tell guys who might not have that safe space, and I'd love for people to have safe space, I fully agree with that, who might not have, Uti, try and toughen it up. A lot of those guys end up going to the rope, the pill, they swallow a bullet, bazbulale. in this, and give me, I'm saying I want to normalize that space, because as black men we are losing. That's a fact.
Normalize which space?
Where we can be vulnerable and cry.
Or more safe spaces.
So I'd love for there to be more safe space. But I know, Guti, for a lot of black men, they can't go to their mom, they can't go to their partner, they can't even go to their boys, nothing. So most black men that I know,
safe spaces.
so most black men that I know,
So most safe spaces for black men is alcohol.
so they end up,
That is their form of crying. Remember you said something
we have
about
different forms of crime. So again, a lot of the guys that I know, again, I'm also just talking from my work, is men don't have those safe spaces. I wish they did. I wish they could have a partner, a loving partner where they could cry, or a mom or a brother, you know, whatever privileges that we might have, but they don't have that. So I'm saying, okay, in lieu of all of that, I need a space where it's normalized for guys to be vulnerable. Because what's on the other side of acting tough is guys breaking down. Guys are taking their lives.
I think the reason
bros.
guys take their lives is they haven't been trained on the different forms of crime.
Yeah.
And I don't think...
But how much they are pulls up?
I don't think they've been trained on the different forms of crime. I don't think that's training. I think they should learn that there are different forms, number one. Number two, TJ Cleo spoke about a list of escapes, and suicide becomes one of them. This may be unpopular, but it would be nice to actually create a list to say, here's a list of 20 things to do before you take your life. Before you take it, or when you're thinking of suicide, I want to end my life.
Here's this checklist.
Did you go do pull-ups? Did you visit your grandmother? Did you? But if you haven't done these other things, it's like, I'm thinking of taking my life. Push-up 100. After I've qualified to do 100 push-ups in one sitting, then I'll be ready to take my life. And for many of us, we know that if you go through this checklist, you'll never get there. And for a lot of guys, because again, it's unpopular, because we don't even think like that. As soon as things get bad, to what Ukli was saying, that becomes one of the options that comes up, instead of you saying, oh, before I go buy rope, I have to mail your checky William, waiting shy grand. And you hear some of these stories which say, I was planning to go, and if you hadn't said, I was on Caesar, I was going to be out. So clearly there are things you didn't do that if you had done them. So I was just saying, I those two things, I think we must teach men, maybe women as well, there are different forms of crime. And maybe even to identify. When Umchita is quiet by himself in the room, he's crying. But he just sits there and stares at the TV, yes. So for you, it's meant to be like, babe, are you okay? Yes, I'm fine. Would you like me here, or must I? That's it. Because we are color, but not the way Udalama games or you.
Which is perfect, but in the thousands of ways of me trying to figure out what you are color. In the meantime, I just wish that some of my friends that have taken their lives, because it's a standard way, general as human beings, to see pain. There's pain, at least, because I don't know Maudali PlayStation Gutiakal. I don't know Mapuzucha Luchakal. I don't know there might be 1,000 ways. When I come to Kala Mogutu Chimin. Because
do you guys think Amachi that have committed, how to cut your problem?
Sure.
Amachi that have committed suicide that are close to you guys, because I only have 2 guys that have committed suicide that I know. Does it hit you to, once it's done, the deed is done, does it hit you to say, Isan, it means I was not as close to this guy as I thought? He didn't have the ability to come to me and talk to me.
It's not that. For me, what hit me, and I've had 4+1 now, in the sense, Uguti, it's not Uguti I wasn't close, it's that I couldn't figure his tears or his cries. And that's where I'm stuck. Uguti, he might have been crying loudly, but I couldn't. We cry in different ways because of the way that he was crying. That was best for him. And now I'm like, shit. If Umchita just at that time ringanai sibambi pia ne evele nje wavele wathi hail because hey fethu meseke whatever he says thereafter I go no ntwana azwe esendlini khona elinye camera zolela khona so ringa kahle kusasa yabona khona ibhodle endlini so phuza sho because I think it makes it easier with the machita and their pain.
Okay.
So ideally, again, I wish every guy had a safe space, but I know Guti unzima, and Guti again, hey bro, I've lost close people, bro.
Okay.
Did you
You
feel
know.
like
Yeah, I did.
guilt?
I'm sure if you're guilty by the one, it's just the thing of Esa. Hand out here, I don't really close in faith. I don't know ring about everything and anything, but then I'm rational. I'm like, okay, maybe his parents, maybe he's close with you, he's got a brother and a sister, and maybe I deemed myself to be at this level. Can't you know, man? Maybe there's other people, you know. Once you speak to the sister and the brother, they tell you the other perspective. Like, oh shit, I didn't know this about Umchita.
Sure.
So clearly, maybe we're not at that level that I thought. So I did feel like that.
But Debs, here's the thing. Amachita that I've also picked up. Excuse. When you're on Amachita, there's also shame, bro. You know, before we even get to the extreme end, I want to say, Amachita have shame in just ringing about yes, about their girlfriend challenges or their financial. There's a level of shame. Financially, but now you need to lower your standard of living. We are budgeter. Now there's that shame and embarrassment associated with that because he's been telling me this for the past 2 years. You know, but he said, but Lucy's if it's a way wash, Lucy's her eyes are busy shifting. But you know, understand? Now there's shame, there's embarrassment. So I don't even know how to be vulnerable with the guy who I'm closest with.
Okay.
You understand?
Sure.
Because I put him on such a pedestal. So there's also so many variables in unpacking such a sensitive situation. So give me for the sake of Tina, esingakwazi ukuread between the lines. Kube nje wakhala.
Yeah.
I used to feel guilty. I don't anymore. It's just we.
Usukhumula icathulo boy.
Lord, are you sobering up? I haven't had them on since we started.
Ile ngoba ucishe wafa. Ufike lana ngeenyawo.
You must be sobering up. I haven't had them on since I got here.
Did you realize that?
Get them on
It's got to shut it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, no.
I wanted to say, I used to feel guilty. I don't have any guilt anymore. I've come to realize that the mind is a very complex space, and sometimes when people break or the way they break, there's only so much you can do.
Fair.
On the other side of teaching people how to articulate themselves and to cry is, I don't even know if this can be trained or if it's just a natural thing. Some of us are not safe spaces. And I don't even know if we're meant to do anything about it. But there's a reason why people don't share certain things with you. And they share them with other people. You can feel as guilty as you want. I should have. And if ever Mchita were to come out of that coma, why didn't you tell me? Yeah, 3 years ago, so I was never ever going to come tell you. So you're not safe for me. I was never going to come fucking tell you. So you're not safe. That's why I didn't tell you. And other people are not safe. It's easy on social media. I've spoken in the past about struggling with accessing my child. And the way I was attacked and cyberbullied. Because in some of the videos, my eyes were watering. Speaking about crying out. And you're like, okay, but it's a bunch of strangers. Then there's people close to who are like, hey, Vet, you mustn't say these things. You must. I'm like, Nawe, you're not allowing me to be naked. And you're like, oh, okay. So then my example, I don't talk about it anymore to anyone because no one is safe for me. So when guys get to that point and we're like, you should have said, you should have cried. Some of us are like, fuck all. So what could you have done? Could you have checked in every day? Hey, are you still okay, bro? Can we go for coffee? It's like, hey, we tried. There's only so much. Now I've got my own problems. If he's gone through that 20 checklist and still nothing, hey, bro, that's tough. Hopefully life should have trained you better to deal with struggle.
That's a sad way to wrap it up.
Yeah.
It is coming from a point of reality. I just hope that we find healing. But yeah, just to wrap it up, guys, like I truly appreciate this. I appreciate everyone who's been on the live this entire time. We have to keep trying. We have to keep trying these things. You know, we have to engage with Amachita and Osisi who are also part of the community. So, guys, ngiyabonga, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for this. Any closing remarks?
I'll close by saying life was never meant to be easy. Life was always meant to be difficult. If anything, life as an existence is like an exam. And the trick to it is to become stronger than life.
Fact.
That's the only thing. And anyone who really feels that life is meant to be easy was miseducated somewhere. Understand that you are meant to struggle.
Life is suffering.
Life is suffering. And the trick is, since life is suffering, how do I mastermind the suffering to suffer less? And the more you can do that, the more you're winning at the game of life. But even in the winning, I posted this week on Facebook, you will lose loved ones. If you're lucky, you will bury your parents.
And
It's coming.
Yeah.
If you're lucky.
If you're lucky.
If you're lucky. If you're unlucky, you will bury your kids. It may be coming for you. Understand it. People are like, you can't train for that. Sure.
Memento
You
mori.
can't train. But to be honest, Fetu, there's something you can do. It's the embracing of the suffering of life and finding some level of beauty in that struggle.
What you're speaking about is memento mori.
Is that a Latin?
It's understanding that it's a Stoic saying. It's understanding that, you know, we're going to die, man. Or someone is going to die that's close to you.
Closing statement?
You just have to accept it. I was going to go there because I believe in that. I mean, I'm a Stoic in fact. I fully believe in what Mlotshwa said. But outside of that, because that was my closing, outside of that, try and find a safe space. And when I'm lucky, I have maybe 3 or 2 people that are a safe space. I'm very fortunate. I can cry.
It's a blessing, bro.
Yeah, I can cry or I can send a text to Sintana, this is what I'm feeling, and no judgment. It's just advice and a chat. I think every human being must find someone where they can just speak their truth. There's a reason why Amachita sometimes don't go home after his span. It's because Amachita that they drink with are a safe space. And when they get home, the woman and the kid are not a safe space.
You chat to the bartender, you chat to these.
You know, he made already their face in Jongato Kwatile. And women wonder why guys want to have a drink before they go home. It's because they just want to chat, man, with no judgment. Don't know when then most common reason. He the website. Email it. You what? How much that he the website? I see. So I think people have to find safe spaces, whether it's 1 or 2, at least a minimum 1. You know, find someone that is a safe space, at least with that one thing you're struggling with. Because I think we're struggling with a lot of things: alcohol, abuse, finance. We're struggling with so many things. Just find that one thing where you're struggling with, and you can speak to someone about it without judgment. And I think women create safe spaces for Machita Wayne. Whether it's you're married or it's just a normal relationship. Sometimes women don't realize that they're not safe spaces for Machita.
That's a separate topic for an episode. But see, how can women create those safe spaces? Because I think a lot of us don't know what that looks like, and they don't know how and where to start.
I want to add, find people that are a safe space. Find healthy activities that are also a safe space.
Yeah.
X, anything from you?
You want to say something, sir?
You good?
No, X, you need to say something, brother.
But he's not even mic'd.
So much pressure. No, I agree with you guys. I agree that you do need safe spaces, you know. And also what Penwo just said, that I think we need to also think about how do we become safe spaces. You know, like how
Tina self.
How do we make people feel safe? You know, I guess it's also the really asking how people are doing. You know, how is this going? How is that going? The genuine concern. then people start trusting and like, maybe I can share this and that with the person. Because all the time when we talk to people, we do it as a, by the way, how are you doing? Crying, oh, sharp. Whenever someone says, Amico Grand, you don't know what to say. No, I was not ready for that. Because we don't really care when we say, how are you doing? So I think, I think I'm encouraged to train myself to become safer as well. Huh?
Thank you for being here, X. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for doing
Thank you so much.
Excellent.
Mr. C's, we do it.
I'll close it up as well.
This was great. Thank you, guys.
We need to point to X, but X, can you please tell people about your company? Can you please tell people about your company? Because you're the one that's doing the live for us, in fact, please.
Oh, okay, cool. Thank you very much. Graceful Touch Productions.
Say it slow.
Oh, Graceful Touch Productions.
Graceful.
Yeah, Graceful Touch.
Sure.
We have a website. We do a lot of corporate videos, corporate events. So we do live streaming. We do a lot of corporate videos as well.
Yeah. What's your website?
www.gracefultouch.co.za. Yeah, we have an Instagram.
What's the Instagram?
Graceful Touch.
Okay. Graceful Touch, one
Graceful
word.
Touch, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so that's us.
So we're gonna tag you, and then people are gonna love you.
Yeah.
And they must follow and do all those good things.
Obviously, we can't mention companies because they're not right.
Sure.
But we've worked with all the big mining companies.
Sure.
Banks and government. So we were there for corporate and events.
Thank you so much for having us.
Tango X,
no, guys, just thank you so much for everybody on the live from the beginning to the end. Siyazama, guys, we're piloting, so please send your topics, your critiques, so that's so cool. And if you want to just be part of us, send us those DMs and do those right things. Great. Sbongile guys,
damn, that was nice.